A grenade.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Let me know if y'all can hear me. Testes, testes. 1, 2, 3. Let a nigga know. Dude, Russell Wilson to the Broncos. I found out about that about 10 minutes ago. That's crazy. That and the A-Rod contract. Oh. And yes, I will be breaking down Miss Physics tomorrow. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm definitely going to talk about her. All right, here we go.
A grenade.
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost attraction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 838th edition of TSR Live, your daily dose of... Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Your daily dose of toxic masculinity and misogyny. Apologies for that. It is Tuesday, March 8th of 2022. It is good to have you guys in today. As always, we are streaming live to Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, mgtow.tv, manosphere.tv, and also in crystal clear, high resolution 4K to Sharpe Stream, which is this community's one and only independently run, owned, and operated a live streaming service, live streaming platform. That's right. I'm the only guy. So however you are watching, wherever you're watching from, thank you for making the Sharpe Reality Live a part of your daily routine. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the Sharpe Stream, side. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the Sharpe Stream side. I've got the usual suspects: Hellfong, Dre Raven, Kyle 2020, J Blaze 11, Oxcraig Blazanity, Black Sun 500. Good to see you in here for the first time. James Bronzy, and of course the lovely and talented Devin, who has just disappeared. Devin is not going to be. She's not going to be in the studio or in the house because she's on her way to go get some Botox. This is just what women do these days. They get Botox. It is what it is. Shout out to my sharpshooters on the YouTube side. We've got J Blaze 11, double dipping. Some dumb guy. Good to see you in here as well. Simon Live, the Tinder swindler himself, is in the house. JJ's in the house. Mike Watson, July 511 with 2 Ys. Good to see you in here. And of course, the lovely and talented Devin Cigar Man 85, J Blaze 11. I've already said that name. Lorenzo Rock. Average Man Unplugged is in the house. Homie Clicks likes the sound effect. Hold on, I gotta hit it for you.
A grenade.
That's my girl. We love. I don't know what her name is, but we call her Igranit. And I don't know. Maybe her name is Ingrid. Maybe that's why she says Igranit. Fantastic show in store for you guys today. I of course am going to be breaking down the the Kevin Samuels interview. Janelle Gordon. Janelle Gordon will be joining us in about a half an hour. She'll be joining us in about a half an hour. That is at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific. So I'm very, very much looking forward to that. She is going to be helping me. She's going to be helping me break down. She's going to be helping me break this down. Pardon me. There we go. Perfect. So I'm looking forward to that. Let's not waste any time with my jibber jabber about bowling league, Devin's huge tits, and other shit you guys don't give a damn about. Let's get right into it. So Kevin released parts 3 and 4 of his sit-down interview with wannabe entrepreneur, glorified video vixen, who's just a few donuts away from being morbidly obese, Jessica Wong. And while I'm on the topic, let's go ahead and get one thing straight here. Jessica's hot. There's no doubt about it. Okay, she's a bad bitch. Most guys would gladly pound her brains out. At least they would right now. But Jessica's ass better stay her ass in the gym. She better stay her ass in the gym, because at nearly 30 years old, she is going to find out very, very quickly that keeping that figure is going to be next to impossible without the help of Dr. Miami. You guys know who I'm talking about, who I'm sure will be getting a phone call from the lovely and talented Ms. Wong in a few short years. You see, girls this thick, and I'm not going to bring up her Instagram. You guys can go check it out. It's Jess Lee Wong. Girls who are this thick are destined for obesity, gentlemen. They're destined for it. She looks good now. I will give her that. But if she ever decides to have children, she will blow up like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I'm not saying this to hate on her. I'm not saying this to marginalize her aesthetic beauty. She is clearly very attractive, and she is the embodiment of thick. If ever there is the perfect thick black woman, Jessica Wong is it. She is very aesthetically pleasing, but the minute she pisses a plus sign, all, and I mean all, of her head-turning assets are going to go south, literally and figuratively. And someone who appears to spend more time hoeing around in music videos and doing bikini shoots than in the gym does not stand a chance against the deadly combination of both Father Time and Mother Nature when it comes to geriatric pregnancy, which at this point we can assume will likely be the case, as Miss Wong made it very clear to us that she is not interested in marriage or children right now. Her body type, gentlemen, is strictly for short-term things, because as soon as a nigga puts a baby in that bitch, it's a wrap. The black community loves women who look like this, and for good reason. Jessica is fucking beautiful, but Jessica is way too thick. It's great now, but her body type is not sustainable. Even if she decides not to have children, her body is not going to look like this at 35 years old. Hell, it's not even going to look like this. It might not even look like this in 18 months. So all you simps out here who beat off to her pictures, enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. Commit her images on IG to your spank bank, or screenshot her IG, because her days of looking like this are numbered. You don't see too many thick women like Jessica Wong in their 40s. Most of these bitches are straight up obese because they found out the hard way that their fat falling in all the right places is more of a curse than a blessing. Especially when you hit the wall, which, by the way, Miss Wong is very close to now. Anyway, a point of contention she has with Kevin's talking points, as we'll see here very shortly, is the notion that women cheat, men have sex. In other words, men don't cheat. We exercise options. She says this statement triggers her, which is really the millennials' way of saying it pisses them off. You see, triggered sounds much less harsh. It sounds much less harsh. It sounds much less accountable. If something pisses you off, that is generally thought of as a you problem, right? If something triggers you, that something is the culprit and not your delusional fucking mind. Anyway, Jessica having an adverse reaction to the men exercising option statement is not unlike most modern women these days. And I've had an epiphany about this. You see, attractive modern women will be the first to tell you that they're so much more than just sex objects. They're always bitching about their education or about how their education and business ventures should be taken into consideration when men of value are evaluating them for a potential relationship of consequence. Now, men understand that nothing could be further from the truth. We get that, right? We know that when we are looking at a woman's potential, the first thing we consider is the way they look. Does she pass the boner test? Do I want to fuck her? If the answers to both of those questions are yes, then we proceed accordingly. Now, this doesn't mean that these other elements don't factor in, because they certainly do. But men of worth ain't trying to commit to broke bitches any more than we're trying to commit to boss bitches. Oh, we'll fuck these hoes all day long. We may even call ourselves dating her, which is just a way that the true players keep these ignorant bitches, these
ignorant
bitches in our rotations for just a little while longer, because we know that telling a girl that you're dating will cause her to stick around just a little bit longer. Because in her mind, dating is a much better title than, well, he just fucks me. But we ain't trying to commit to broke bitches or boss bitches, period. But if a woman is fit, feminine, submissive, cooperative, friendly, non-combative, obedient, and coachable, we will forgive any financial deficiencies she may have, so long as she doesn't have any kids and our ROI has a positive outlook as far as she's concerned. Myron Gaines says it best when he says that a millionaire will commit to a girl who works at Burger King if she's hot enough. He's 455% correct. There are other elements involved, yes, but by and large, if a hot girl is not a bitch and doesn't see you as an ATM, we will give her an honest try. However, when women of all socioeconomic statuses get into relationships with men with options, they bristle at the thought of their men stepping out on them with other women, which takes us right back to modern women bitching about being objectified. Number one, women objectify themselves. You bitches objectify yourselves. Real talk. We know it and you know it. We know it and you know it. Listen, take a look at any InstaSluts models page, like Jessica Wong's, and it's fairly clear that no one is holding a gun to her head or forcing her to show off her assets, leaving little to the imagination for all the world to see. Number two, the minute a woman takes birth control, she makes herself an object. You see, gentlemen, the physical purpose of sex is reproduction. Yes, we want to fuck because we like sex. But biologically speaking, sex is where the advancement of the species begins and ends. Guys, no sex, no babies. No babies, we go extinct. So when you take birth control to avoid getting pregnant, you instantly make yourself a sex object. Men can fuck you and skeet in you without getting you pregnant. Sex dolls are sex objects because you can have sex with them and not get the doll pregnant. Fleshlights are sex objects for the same reason. So when a woman takes birth control, she literally turns herself into a sex object. By removing any and all possibility of becoming pregnant, women turn themselves into sex objects. Objects to be fucked, skeeted in, and forgotten about until the next session. Now, I know there are some women that will get wind of this and will call themselves triggered. And my response to that is that you have no one to blame but yourselves for this. You know, you wanted guilt-free sex? You got it. You wanted the freedom to express yourselves sexually? You got that too. So don't be mad at us for treating you like you want to be treated, like a sex object. You did this to yourselves, ladies. In the same vein, sleeping with women outside of their committed relationships, women who feel some type of way about this are further objectifying themselves. And I want you guys to stay with me here. I really need you to pay attention. I really need you to pay attention here, because I can guarantee you that this is not something any of you have ever considered or heard before. That I can promise you. Listen up. Any woman, and I mean any woman, who gets her panties in a bunch when they hear the women cheat and men have sex trope are perpetuating their own objectification. Here's how. If you ladies are supposed to be so strong and independent and boss bitches who are brainiacs and bring so much more to the table than just the 3 holes that men use to scratch the occasional itch they have, then why are you tripping when he goes and gets that from another woman? You're so much more than your sexuality, right? You've got brains, you've got money, you've got businesses, you've got brilliance and all the rest of that, right? So why is that? Why is it that when a man steps out on y'all with other women, you get mad and ask yourselves, well, what's wrong with me? Am I not enough for him? Why did he seek something else from a woman that he could have gotten from me? I will tell you why. Because deep down, you basic bitches masquerading as boss bitches know that you are good for nothing but sex. That's why. If you offered men so much more than your bodies, then you wouldn't get upset when he gets what you say is a non-factor, which is sex, from another woman. You're so much more than that side hoe, right? You offer your man more than she ever will, right? Wrong. And you bitches know it. You know that despite what you claim to bring to the table isn't worth the carbon dioxide that came out of your mouth when you speak these ridiculous delusional falsehoods into existence. You know you are good for nothing but your 3 holes, and that's why you go absolutely mental when he goes and gets it from another bitch. Because if you knew you actually brought these benefits to the table, you wouldn't worry about another woman taking him away from you. You would know that your other attributes, characteristics, habits, and traits will keep him around. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't feel hurt by him stepping out on you or feel inadequate to some degree sexually. Listen, that's just not possible. You're human. But Devin knows that whoever I decide to smash on the side, Devin knows that bitch can't code. She knows that if I did have a side chick, that chick doesn't know the first thing about SEO. She knows that most bitches out here can suck a good dick, but she also knows that most bitches out here have no idea where to start when it comes to building websites. She knows these basic hoes out here would get a headache at the very thought of building and maintaining a mobile app on a daily basis. So while Devin might get a slight pang in her stomach when Caitlin flirts with me in front of her, at the end of the day, Devin knows the only thing Caitlin offers me that she can't is a younger vagina. And Devin knows that what she brings to the table far outweighs the headache, the nonsense, and the drama that younger vaginas bring here in 2022. Devin knows that she actually brings value to my life. She knows that I need a woman for a hell of a lot more than just sex. Any woman worth her salt outside of her sexual allure would have that same confidence. Again, this isn't to say that they like it when their men step out. Not saying that at all. But they also know that if they have a man's true devotion, loyalty, and respect, that he would never let her find out about it. And women like this are good with that. So any woman that has a problem with her man stepping out on her, even though he keeps it completely under wraps, doesn't bring home any STDs, doesn't knock anyone up, doesn't throw it in her face, and isn't messy about it, is a woman who knows deep down that she doesn't have anything of substance to offer her man outside of sex. Otherwise, she wouldn't be worried about it. Instead, she would fall back on the things that keep him around that have nothing to do with what happens between the sheets. So men, take notes and keep an eye out for these women, because these bitches will be the first to tell you that they offer so much more than their bodies, but then in the same breath, shame you about why you are immoral for wanting sex from other women. These women are quite literally telling you that they are good for nothing but sex, including, as you will see, Jessica Wong. And that is the memo. Shout out to you guys for tuning in today. I appreciate all 355 people watching. Let's get the likes up, guys. Let's get the likes up. I've only got 139 likes. I need about 50 more to keep the engagement up at 50%. Janelle Gordon will be joining us here shortly to help me break down the Jessica Wong video. Let me read these super chats here. JJ with the $10 super chat says, "You're the man." Appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much. Got another super chat here that I just... Oh, no, I didn't. I just missed that. Okay. JJ, who's been a member for 2 months, says thank you very, very much. Very, very much. Dre Raven on the Sharpe stream side says, I hide the fleshlight guy. The only troll so far. That's funny. That's funny. Guy says, I appreciate this man blessing us today. Listen, man, you guys bless me as much as I bless you. You guys bless me as much as I bless you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that very, 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 very much. Joseph Milligan says, it also says that women are naturally monogamous. Yes. Yes. Yeah, man. I mean, we're the only, and I've made this argument before. We are the only, the difference between human beings and other animals, mammals that reproduce with one another, the only difference is our ability to reason. Right? Lioness number 2 doesn't feel some type of way when the alpha male lion smashes lioness number 4. She's not saying to lioness number 2, hey, do you see him? He's cheating on me with lioness number 4. No, that's the way it is. Lionesses don't take the loads from 5 lions. No, they take the loads from 1. One alpha male propagates the herd. This is the way males and females naturally move. Only because of our ability to reason and women's outsized egos thinking that their golden vaginas are just supposed to keep us just one golden vagina. No, fuck that and fuck y'all. Like I said yesterday, as a woman, okay, you're giving me exclusive access to your body sexually. I'm giving you access to my resources, right? I'm not spending money on other bitches. I don't live with other bitches. No, it's you. So if you want sexual loyalty from me, that's now 2 things you want. What more can you offer me that you have never given to another man at this point? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, Janelle Gordon should be here very, 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 very shortly. But we are going to go ahead. We are going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and get started with this breakdown. This is going to be something else. Guys, buckle up because this one is loaded with gems. As you can see, Jessica's already looking like she's feeling some type of way. Come on. Oh, here we are.
Why does somebody else's choice infuriate you?
If a man had a choice between 5 girls and they're all 10s, and maybe 2 of them have a great mindset, the rest don't. Yes, they all have vaginas. Yes, they all look good. But a high-value man would prefer the woman with a great mindset, the woman that is smart, maybe going to uplift him, maybe going to invest into him in the ways that she can. In any relationship,
I don't need a bitch to uplift me. If you as a man need a woman to uplift you, then you are not a complete man. Don't get me wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. When the chips are down, it helps to have a woman who isn't going to make things harder. But I don't need a bitch to encourage me. I don't need a bitch to make me want to be a better man. No. I don't need any of that stuff. I don't need that stuff. I need you to elevate my life, look good, and don't make my life more difficult. Suck my dick when I want you to. That's it.
I've never just been there to look cute. I help whoever I'm dealing with.
Stop the cap.
I'm not there to look cute. I help whoever I'm dealing with. So you mean to tell me that you're dating guys who don't have or make as much money as you? Jessica Wong has never dated a low-value guy, ever. I'm not trying to hear none of that.
So is that a question?
Not financially, but just...
Is that a question for me?
Yeah, it's a long question, but yes.
Would a high-value man...
A woman that is internally full of substance, or is he just saying, I want a beautiful trophy wife who
No.
is subservient to me?
No.
See, I tried to cover this last night.
See, there it is.
Mindset.
Isn't this funny? Oh, I'm a businesswoman and I have my own business and blah, 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 blah. And looks aren't everything and sex isn't everything. But she seems to think that high-value men just want a trophy wife. This just lets you know that she doesn't really know what high-value men want. And how could she know? How could she know? She's a basic bitch in a really nice package. That's really how it is. That's really how it is. Chris M on the YouTube side says, so why isn't she married then? Well, Chris, it's because she's not really thinking about it. She told us a couple of days ago that marriage has never really been something that I've really prioritized. And the reason why she does not prioritize marriage is because of the fact that she looks this way. She's not prioritizing marriage because she thinks she's always going to have access to the same caliber of guys that she's had her entire life. That's why. That's why. If she was on the decline, which she will be very soon, if she were on the decline, yeah, marriage at that point would start to be, that would really start to be a priority. But long-term relationships are almost never a priority to men, to women who look like Jessica. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, what is
Pretty privileged.
a mindset?
Mindset. When a woman in high demand has a mindset that's cooperative, smart, and agreeable.
Anything else?
There may be many other things, but those are the baseline things. The baseline.
She says anything else? So basically what she's looking for is for Kevin to see what she wants Kevin to do is call a woman and demand her. And this woman still does not understand that men, high-value men, we don't give a fuck about your goddamn money, ladies. We don't care about your money. We tell these bitches this all the fucking time. We don't give a fuck about your money. We don't care about how much money you make. We don't. Yet women continue to insist. I make this and I make that. We do not care. Nope. We don't care.
Things. A woman who's fit internally and externally, meaning she's dedicated, disciplined, and discerning. She's feminine.
Not a crazy bitch.
Affectionate, accommodating, with subtle sophistication, and she's naturally nurturing.
Do you see how Kevin is outlining these points very clearly? He's making no bones about it. Hey, look, check this out. If you want to be a select woman, you got to have these traits. But like most modern women, and what we're going to see here, guys, what we're going to find out is that there's nothing special about Jessica. There isn't. Just because she appears to be feminine and calm and this and that doesn't mean that she's not a basic bitch. This doesn't mean that she doesn't have the same mindset that all these bitches have on Fresh and Fit. A lot of guys who hate on Fresh and Fit always talk about, well, okay, so the girls they have on Fresh and Fit, they're all thotty and da-da-da-da-da. I got news for you. Bitches think like the women on Fresh and Fit all over the country. They may express it in a different way. They might not have as many tattoos, but they all express it the same. But they all have this mindset. And Jessica Wong is about to show us. Jessica Wong looks good. She presents well. She's well-spoken. She's this and she's calm. She thinks just like the basic ass American woman. I'm not saying that Jessica Wong is a bad person. She seems genuinely sweet, but there ain't nothing other than the way she looks. There isn't anything otherwise impressive about her.
Carefree, loving, easygoing, lightheartedness. This is a woman that men
You see the way she's looking? She's realizing that she is none of those things.
of value tend to be in demand. See, and the problem is you don't tend to. Where in all of that was looks.
That was internal. You were speaking about that?
No. That's fitness. None of that had to do with looks.
Listen very
Men will
closely.
Go down in looks to go up in mindset.
Woo! Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Let's rewind that. Listen to what he
That was
said.
internal. You were speaking about that?
No. That's fitness.
Listen.
None of that had to do with looks. Men will go down in looks to go up in mindset.
Real fucking talk. Real talk. Real talk. Guys, I tell you that, dude, I've told you guys this for years. I've had many, many young, beautiful women. They have their agency and utility at some point in your life. But the more beautiful women are, the more the more vapid they tend to be. The more beautiful women are today, the dumber they tend to be. Jessica Wong is not smart. She's not smart. She sounds intelligent, she sounds smart, but you can see she doesn't know the first thing about what men really want. She has a bikini business. Bitch, that's not a business. That's not going to keep you afloat. I'm not saying, I don't know. Listen, maybe I am saying that Jessica's dumb, but she's not as smart as she wants us to think she is. Yeah, she's beautiful, but just because you present yourself as smart and this and that we don't buy it here. What she's doing is she is doing her level best not to break character. Sean Morris in the chat nailed it perfectly. We smash 9s and 10s and commit to 6s and 7s. I've said this for years, guys. 8s, 9s, and 10s belong to the game. They belong to the game. 8s, 9s, and 10s back in the day didn't used to think the way we did or think the way they did. See, 8s, 9s, and 10s and looks still had agency because, well, things were conducive to them having agency. Right? That's what 8s, 9s, and but 8s, 9s, and 10s today, they don't have a reason. They don't have a reason to acquire any agency or acquire any skills outside of the way they look because they don't really have to, which includes Jessica Wong. But she has a bikini business to give herself permission to call herself an entrepreneur. Nope, not buying it. Nope.
But the thing is,
but to finish what Kevin was talking about, any man worth his salt, we will absolutely go down 2, 3, sometimes even 4 points on the SMV scale. Dude, the sweet spot in terms of long-term commitment, 5s, 6s, and 7s. And even still, 7s come with a little bit more risk. They come with a little bit more risk because they're just a little bit more attractive. Devon's an adjustable 6. When she tries, 6.5. When she wears heels, she's a 7. When she's on her knees, she's a 7.5. When her face is wrapped around my dick, she's an 8. If she pretends to like it, she's a 9. And so on and so forth. That's just kind of how that goes. But if Devon were an 8, a 9, or a 10, there's no way that she would have the kind of agency that she does. It's just not needed. No, the reason why Devon has these skills is because Devon, even though she has unbelievable physical genetics, she's not classically beautiful. She's not. So guess what? She had to learn and get other skills that would make her otherwise tolerable. That is when she got my attention. When we met up the very first time. That's just how that goes.
The women you said, if they're all 10s and they're this, that's perfection. And rarely, and there's a parody talking about the hotness scale. And they say if you meet a woman that's a 10 in mindset and a 10 in looks, run because it's a man.
See?
I was saying, I grew up living in Miami. I know tons of women who are extremely beautiful, attractive,
and vacuous.
But
living in Miami, I know. See, here we go with the anecdotal arguments. Well, you're saying X, Y, and Z, but I know. Like the bitch with the fake tits on Fresh and Fit the other night. I know porn stars who got married. No, you don't.
Stop the cap.
What you guys have to understand, and I need to write another 49 Laws of Sharpe. Because one of the 49 Laws of Sharpe should be women will always lie to win an argument. Women lie all the time. Anytime you make a point that does not have a rebuttal that is rooted in fact, women like to use themselves or their situation. Well, I know not all women. No, that's disingenuous. I don't give a fuck who you know, because you can say that you know women, but we don't have any way to verify that. No, fuck all that.
the internal portions of them are what to me differentiate all women from each other.
Okay.
But when I think of a high value man, I don't really, that portion you just mentioned of high value men liking those characteristics, I don't think I've heard that very often in what you've stated in other videos.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You live in Miami, which is bizarro.
Right?
You can't really judge the world based upon Miami.
So this is my reality. This is a reality of a lot of...
See, here we are. This is my reality.
But
see, this is my reality. Dude. This is my reality. This is my truth. No, it's not, Jessica. Those are the circles that you run in. Those are the circles that you run. And again, just because someone says something doesn't make it true.
But Hollywood is a reality. A lot of people in LA, but it's not real.
Oops. Uh-oh.
You need to get out of Miami and travel around and see that this is not real. That's one of the things about Miami. You just said that you're either rich or you're pretending like
That's
you're
right.
rich. That's not the
She said that, I think, in part 2.
reality. But here, it is a alternate reality. So high value, what women and what men determine to be high value is a list of things, and money is only one component of them.
Dude, money is only one component, but as far as a high value man's requirement, as far as money is concerned, is just don't be a broke bitch. Like we don't need a woman with all of this money and business. No. Do you pay your rent on time? If you have a car payment, do you pay your car payment on time? Is your insurance not... Listen, pay your bills on time. Make sure your insurance isn't lapsed. Make sure your lights are on. Make sure your cable bill is paid. Make sure your cell phone bill is paid. That's the only requirement I have. Dude, I make enough money. Dude, I make enough money for me and everyone in my life. I take care of a lot of people. That's just how that goes. But in terms of money requirements, I don't need a boss babe or a boss bitch. No. Is your phone on and active? Is your car note on time? Is your insurance paid up? Is your rent paid on time? As long as you don't have eviction notices, as long as when I call or text your phone, I don't get that. As long as when you get pulled over, the cop doesn't tell you, hey, listen, your insurance lapsed. I got to tow your car. As long as those things are in place, you've met my financial requirement. Straight up.
But whatever it is, are high value men more rare than beautiful women?
Of course they are.
In shorter supply. In shorter supply.
So.
Right.
Based off of your description.
Oh, see that? Based off your description. Do you see how she agreed, but not all the way? You see, this is what I was talking about yesterday when I was talking about women who are in discussions who have these disingenuous discussions, right? You guys remember that yesterday? You guys remember that? Miss Quantum Physics didn't want to concede absolute facts. And the reason she didn't want to concede absolute facts is because if she did, that's another notch in Myron's belt. Is the sky blue? Well, it depends upon your definition of blue. Things of that nature. Do you have blood pumping through your veins? Well, it depends on what's in your veins. Things like that. Is your name Destiny? Well, some girls call me by my middle name. You guys get what I'm saying. Okay? Jessica knows that high-value men are so much rarer than beautiful women. She knows this to be true. But when Kevin asked her for confirmation, she didn't say, okay, yes, high-value men are more rare than beautiful. No. What she said, well, according to you, they are. That was not an agreement. Basically, her answer was, well, if you say so. If you say so is not an answer. Are high-value men... What are there more of, high-value men or beautiful women? The answer is high-value men. Jessica basically said, well, listen, if you say high-value men are more rare, then I guess that's what we're going with. See, at this point in the discussion, Jessica is not going to... She's not going to concede absolute facts. Guys, she's not going to concede anything because now she's a fucking woman. And she just doesn't want to look bad. That's all there is to it.
If a high-value man is in shorter supply than beautiful women, then who has the leverage?
High-value men.
What percentage of
The men.
Did you hear that? Do you hear this?
Supply. That's why.
Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Do you hear this? He just asked her if there are more beautiful women than high-value men, then who has the leverage? She's not answering because she knows what the answer is. Let's run that back. Watch. This is why, guys, this is why you know this conversation is about to go sideways, because she's not acknowledging facts. Listen.
In shorter supply.
So.
Right.
Based off of your description of high-value.
Based off your description of high-value men. Okay, so she's not even agreeing with that.
A high-value man is in shorter supply than beautiful women, then who has the leverage?
The answer is high-value men. For the simple economic principle of supply and demand. The more of something there is available, the less valuable it is. The less available something is, the more valuable it is. High value men are not common, which is why they are high value men. Beautiful women are not high value. They're not. Have you guys noticed that we don't ever call beautiful women high value? Do you want to know why we don't call beautiful women high value? Because there are beautiful women everywhere. They're all over the fucking place. There are beautiful women everywhere, all over the place. This is why we know. This is why we know at this point she's being disingenuous. She at this point she knows she is losing the argument. She knows she is losing the argument, so at this point now, she's not even going to give Kevin what he wants.
What percentage of
the men? The
See,
thing that's
she didn't answer.
Supply. That's why diamonds cost more because of the supply. That's why platinum is more.
Okay, but what percentage of high value men would you say are in the United States?
Here we go.
If you could put a number on it.
I've got Janelle. Oop. I've got Janelle backstage. As soon as I come to a stopping point, we'll go ahead and get her in.
10% are in six figures or more.
But what percentage of people, like
10%.
10% of
10% of
the
men.
population?
10%
I
of
can't
men.
hear you.
High
Six
value.
figures.
Is that me?
Well, no, they're in the category of the earning, but
There we go.
as far as the other components, don't know.
No, I'm just
I
trying
don't.
to.
See, what she's trying to do, what percentage of high value men are in the United States? So what she's trying to establish is that there just aren't enough high value men to go around. That's what she's doing.
You can only things we can judge in the United States. High value is need to earn $10,000 or more. We can quantify that.
I know you're high
We
value
can in that 3 to 5 years we can find that. They are recognized as high value men or potential high value men from their peers. That means you either there or you have it.
That's right.
You can't quantify that.
No, you can't quantify that. And of course, now we're going to quickly pause to bring in the lovely and talented. Give me 1 second. Hope I'm doing this right. Janelle Gordon. Yes, it works. Listen. This is so cool. So the view on the screen is of the Kevin Samuels video we're watching, as well as you. So it really looks like we are in a. I mean, like obviously this is a legit studio. There's over $100,000 worth of equipment in here, but now it looks really fucking professional. How you doing, Janelle?
Good. I'm doing amazing. I'm just seeing myself. Is that what I'm supposed to see?
That is what you're supposed to see. You can only see yourself, but you can hear me though, correct?
I can totally hear you.
Okay,
so I can
perfect.
just follow along.
Perfect. So, what I need your help today with is I need you to help me to break this this conversation down between Kevin Samuels and Jessica Wong. There isn't really much to know about Jessica Wong. If you want to look up her Instagram, it is Jess Lee Wong. Very attractive black woman. Her last name is Wong. And so my guess is that. What's that?
She's mixed. She's Asian or something.
Yeah, of
right?
course, exactly. So I'm guessing that her father is probably Asian, but she's a thick ass black woman. She's a 9 out of 10. She looks great, but she's a happy meal or two. She's a happy meal or two away from being morbidly obese at the age of 29. And the conversation she's having with Kevin Samuels. Oh, you've already got her. Good God!
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. You women, man. As soon as you hear a bitch's name, you're like, oh, yep, I already got her Instagram. Holy
look her up, maybe. It's like, okay, there she is.
So what's your first impression of Miss Wong so far?
Like that picture I actually tapped on is actually nice. I think it's a sexy, but it's not like slutty picture. Her nipples are showing, but the first one was like.
But what about the rest?
Like, there's just a lot of ass in the rest of the stuff. Ass, yeah. And she doesn't. We talked about Photoshop on Sunday, so we can see a little bit of smoothing out of the dimples and all that. Yeah, I see all that. I feel like she's very giving in the community just by her page. I would deduce that. I'm not Sherlock Holmes or anything, but it's just...
You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to know this. There's one more element that I have not told you about. Ms. Gordon is she's a video vixen. She's been in 8 different music videos. Dude, she's done videos with Akon, Sean Paul. Dude, she's been in, matter of fact, let me go to her page here very quickly. Yeah, her website, Jess Lee Wong. Let me go to her website here. And you guys can follow along if you like.
Yeah.
Jess Lee Wong, and you're looking good as always, by the way. Looking
you.
looking very, very radiant. But
Thank you.
let's see here.
Good lighting.
Yes.
And good skincare.
Hey.
And eating well.
I was gonna say, hey, don't take yourself the. Listen,
Yeah, no, you're right,
check,
you're right.
Tion Wayne, Lil Baby and Lil Daddy. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, Lil Baby and the Baby. She's been in a video with Lil Wayne. She's been in a video with Gunna, Akon. Future. Lil Uzi Vert, she's been in a video with Birdman, Movado, Sean Paul, Alkaline, Dashiki. Wow, Sebastian Michael. Holy smokes, she is a video vixen. Now, tell me, Janelle, I'm sure you probably understand that in order to get these parts in these videos, you got to be a little bit more than pretty. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, there's women, like, she is very attractive. She is a 10, of course.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of women like that out there. Let's just be honest. There are. I mean, just go to Miami or
yes,
just out there for a weekend. So yeah, you're obviously. Do you remember Confessions of a Video Vixen, or is that before? Like, do you remember that book?
Is that the Superhead thing? Yes, I remember. Karen Steffens. Yes.
Karen Steffens. Yes. So, that book really kind of told it all, and really shed light on this whole video vixen era. This was like 10, 15 years ago, really.
Right.
But she admitted, she was,
she was fucking
dishing
him.
it out in the community.
Yes,
she
sir.
was very, very giving, doing her community service, if you will.
You crack me up with that. That's funny as hell. And it's funny because... okay.
Yeah. No, it's just clear that this is what's going on here.
Yeah. And it's funny because Jessica Wong is she's very polished. She speaks very well. But what I've deduced is that Jessica's a basic bitch. She's a basic bitch in a really nice package. And my audience is going to see, you're going to hear, even though it sounds good when she's talking about it, she really has the same mindset as all of these other thoughts on Fresh and Fit. So let's continue with the breakdown. If you want me to pause it, just tell me to pause it. Here we go.
Okay, perfect.
Oops.
Yeah.
They have a network of high value men and others. Can't quantify that.
Nope.
They're LinkedIn level. You can quantify that because it's visible, a visibility component. They're not in a corner somewhere. And then they're useful to others in a group. You can somewhat quantify that because
he's talking about a woman of value.
They're out. It's almost difficult. It's difficult to be high value and homeless or high value and a hermit. You have to be of use.
That's all right.
But these men are the men that are the most sought after and desired. And the thing is, men have to make
me a little bit. I was adjusting the light. Sorry, my bad.
And there are fewer of these men than there are women who are beautiful.
Who look like you. What Kevin is telling Jessica is that there are fewer high-value men than there are beautiful women. Now, here's the thing. Let's. I want to be. I don't want to be disingenuous, Janelle. Beautiful women are far less common than average women, right? Women who look like yourself, who look like Jessica, few and far between relative to the number of women that are on the earth. Beauty is common, but relative to the total population of women, it is rare. However, when you compare it to high-value men, the numbers don't stack up. What are your thoughts on that?
That's correct. I mean, there's women, you can get yoni on any corner.
You're right.
Now, the quality of yoni is, that's that's to be interpreted, right? So I agree with you. Beautiful women are, there's not that many of them when we're talking about beauty and aesthetics and value and all that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. But on the other hand, when you're talking about high value men, there's even less. There just are. I mean, is that what you're saying? Like as far as the ratio as high value men? Correct. So there's a lot of women competing for the same man. Jessica
she would lead us to believe that she disagrees with this. Kevin just asked her straight up, hey, are there more high value men or which one is there more of, high value men or beautiful women? Jessica would not concede that high-value men are much rarer than beautiful women. And
Correct.
she wouldn't concede that because listen, she's 29. She's not the brightest crayon in the box, but even she knows the basic tenets, the basic principles of the law of supply and demand. The more available something is, the less valuable it is, the less valuable it becomes. The less available something is, the more value it becomes. Jessica clearly knows this, but she does not want to admit that because now she would have to move differently. The way Jessica moves, Janelle, is that, and she's 29, she's fucking gorgeous. At the beginning of this interview, Kevin asked her, why aren't you married? You want to know what her answer was? Well, I've never really thought about marriage before. Marriage really isn't a priority for you. Well, there you go. I don't think it's bullshit. I don't think she prioritizes it, but the reason why is because of the way she looks. She's 29 years old. She thinks she's never going to hit the wall. Your thoughts?
I don't agree that she's never thought of it. Come on, little girls when they're 4 or 5 are playing dress up and wedding and stuff like that. She's thought about it. However, right now her life is pretty good. As she, is in like good shape. She's very sought after in that world, in the video vixen world, and by these rappers who are just, they're sampling the goods, but they're not putting a ring on it or anything. Let's just be honest. So right now she's living la vida loca. However, the time will come. It comes for all of us women where we're like, holy shit, like, I can't just rely on my good looks anymore.
I agree.
Like, if you had good looks, you at least had that. If you didn't have good looks, then you're really screwed. You're like, damn, I gotta step up my value. I gotta actually start working out. Some women, genetics, they didn't really have to work out. Those women annoy me. But whatever. I mean, I'm actually one of those women. But in order to have muscle tone, I absolutely do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But then when they hit that wall, they're like, oh shit, I gotta do something, because there is a swarm of women behind me that are like, that look just as good or look decent, right?
Yes.
Now, one thing I will say about the supply and demand, she should understand how this works because this is her genre.
That's right.
Even if she's not like stripper world, video vixen world, it's all kind of the same-ish, if you know what I mean.
Yes, it is.
Here's what happened in Vegas, and you know because you lived in Vegas.
Oh, you know it. You know it.
The girls, like at the Crazy Horse, the original Crazy Horse. Wow. That, right?
Oh, yes. Very well.
That was your time. That was actually before my time, but I knew women that were in that world during the original Crazy Horse time.
Wow.
Okay? So what was happening for women then? They were getting houses and cars.
Yes.
And they were getting so much, like,
health benefits.
Yes, health benefits. They were literally, guys were rolling up to the club with Benzes for them. Here, I just bought you a house. Here's the keys. I'm telling you, it happened. I know, because I know women that were around during that time in the original. Now, fast forward to when I was there, which was another 10 years later, and the Rhino was the club, right?
Yes.
Do you remember?
Oh,
Rhino?
Man, you're taking it way back. All right, go ahead. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Ron Christa is the manager.
Yes.
John is a good friend of mine.
Oh, dude. And his assistant was a really, his name was Brendan. But everybody called him Zeus because he was fucking jacked. One of the coolest people I've ever met. But go ahead.
Yeah. So that era was actually a really good era. We were putting down, $3K a night easy, and we were not even doing, there was like no extras being done. That was literally just in the club. So we were making good money. But when you look back to what the girls in Crazy Horse were making, when the strip club wasn't as convoluted, they were making way more and doing way less and getting way more better, things.
That's
like
right.
Cars, houses. That was rare. Now you fast forward to today, even when I left 10, 12 years ago, stuff was going down here. There was every girl,
all the time.
Every girl with a yoni was stripping. And
That's
so
right.
It was like the market was so convoluted, it didn't have that high market value anymore. And it was harder to make that money.
Well,
so
exactly. And listen, she should definitely know. And that's this is why women who work at the Crazy Horse, and now I guess the Rhino, if they're still doing what they were doing, this is why they don't get the same benefits that they used to, because just like you said, every bitch with a pussy is stripping. Every bitch who's half decent looking that has a pussy is stripping. I want to make sure. I want to make, and I know you guys know I know you guys don't like it when I call out people from the chat, but Malcolm 9001 said Wong is average at best. Oh boy. All right, guys. So so every once in a while, look. Every once in a while, we get people in the chat who genuinely hate women. Malcolm 9001 is a dude who hates women because he is calling this woman average at best. He is saying this woman is average at best. He's saying that this woman is a 5. Now, Malcolm, you know good and goddamn well Jessica Wong is not a goddamn 5. Listen, I know you're pissed. Listen, I know you're upset with her because she has pretty privilege and all the rest. Yeah, that's not a 5.
A 5, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
If that's a 5, I'm so sorry for the real 5.
Dude, real talk. Like, listen, this bitch is average at best. Like, dude, Malcolm, listen. Like, dudes like this who talk this kind of shit. Like, I understand where they're coming from because hot girls really, they think their shit doesn't stink. They get the world handed to them. But guys, this is how it is. This is not a 5. This is not average at best. Average at best, women who are 5s don't get onto 12 music videos with A-list celebrity rappers. Miss me with that nonsense. Dude, somebody time him out. Well, listen, we'll give him a second chance to redeem himself. But guys, if we're going to have genuine conversations, we need to be ingenuous, okay?
You gotta be real. That's
listen,
right. You can't.
Go
You
ahead.
got to have clarity, and you got to know the facts, and convoluting it isn't helping at
No.
all. You got to be honest. This chick is not a 5. Come on. This is stupid.
Trying to make us think that you think you wouldn't smash this chick, get the fuck out of here. Like, fuck what you heard.
She's got a 6-pack and thighs and an ass. Like, most women that have a nice ass, they're not always going to, like, it's all, proportions are going to be different.
Yeah,
She's
of course.
got, you can see her abs. And
Not
then she's got
average.
nice legs and
Not
an
average.
ass. Come on.
Yeah, she's not average. She's not a 5. Guys, we know this. If we're going to, listen, as men, and I know it's hard. I'm not trying to be mean-spirited, but as men, if you want to get to a point, and Janelle, I think you would agree with this. If men really want to get to the point to where you dominate life and you're living a life on your own terms and you're content with or without women in your life, you need to be honest with yourself. Okay, this woman is this woman is absolutely hot as hell. She's not wife material. I wouldn't marry her, and she's probably a hoe, but she looks good. Okay, so she's a fucking bitch. She's a fucking bitch. She has a bad attitude, but she's a bad bitch. Like, come on, let's be
That's
realistic.
correct. And I was reading some of the comments, and someone said, "Well, maybe he's not attracted to her," and that's fine.
That's
'Cause
bullshit. That's bullshit.
Well, some guys, Donovan, and playing devil's advocate, some guys are attracted to that more wafy Victoria's Secret type model look, but you still can't deny that she's not that level. Just because you don't want to fuck her doesn't mean that she's
No. Just because you say you don't want to fuck her. You know what I describe as a 10? And I agree with somebody in the Soul's End 2000 says, to me, 10s don't exist. 9 is super rare. Yeah, there are women out there that are 10s, and that's a philosophical thing. But to me, a woman that is a 10, which means that she is absolutely beautiful, if 99.9% of men all over the world would fuck her if given the chance, then that's a 10. There are 10s out there. They are rare, but they are out there indeed. But I'm not trying to, like, just because a guy who's attracted to Victoria's Secret models doesn't mean that he would not fuck this woman if he had the chance.
That's true. That's very true.
Listen, men who want to call beautiful women average at best are really telling on themselves. You're showing your anger and ignorance. Hold on, your ignorance toward. Listen. You have to get out of hating women. You can be critical of women, and you can call women out on their shitty behavior. Just like Guste Janis. Guste Janis is one of the worst women I've ever met in my life. She's attractive. And it's funny because she's so stupid. She thinks, oh my God, Donovan calls me attractive. He must love me. No, bitch. You're a walking false rape accusation. You're attractive, but that is your only redeeming quality. And hopefully she wakes up enough to a point to where she doesn't cross the wrong person. But there it is. Mike Watson says she is hot as fuck, but she's not a wife. That's all you have to say. Yeah. You don't have to convince us, oh, she's average at best. Really, then what to you is attractive? Fuck out of here with that.
Yeah, man. What are you seeing walking around in your supermarket? That's what I want to see. Who do you see at the post? Are you seeing women like this in the post office? Like, if you are.
He ain't seeing her.
Where are you living?
He ain't I was going to say, like, I mean, I want to live where he lives. Shit. Let's continue.
Yeah, so this guy said, Chris said, she's not my body type, but there's no denying she's a pretty lady. There you go.
Average at best. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck y'all.
Because beauty is cheap.
Buy everything now. I get that.
So when I say it's not special, the reality is, if you want to tell me a woman is special, I have to see her in her natural condition. Most women aren't even natural today. Most women walk out and you don't even. There was a skit on I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, and the woman was talking about my eyes. That really.
Janelle, do you remember that movie? I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. He was talking about a skit on the movie I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
No, wait, which one is no? I don't.
It's a movie starring Keenan Ivory Wayans. It's an old movie, but it's a cult classic.
Okay, you gotta text it to me. I gotta watch it.
Okay,
Green, this is my hair and this and that. It's supposed to be a skit, but now today it's like, and I want to go back to the other part. High value men don't cheat.
Uh-oh.
Exercise options.
Here we go.
Right.
Oh, she said that, or he
No,
said that?
he said that.
What do you want to know
Listen.
about it?
I'm not gonna lie, that triggers me very much. In Jamaica, that is a very common way of life.
I hate it when, dude, this woman moved to America when she was 4 years old. There's nothing Jamaican about her, except for the fact that she lives in Miami. Dude, like, honestly, like, women try so hard to be special or unique, and then she says, I'm from Jamaica. Like, all of a sudden, now she has a Jamaican accent. Like, dude, like, bitch, you've been in 12 music videos, you get enough dick. Like, do you really have to differentiate yourself in that way? I cannot stand it. Dude, this is one thing that bitches in Miami all have in common. You probably get a lot of this in L.A.
They want to use their culture to use this for their bad behavior.
Well, not only that, they try to use it to make themselves special. Well, in the Jamaican culture, bitch, you were raised in Miami. You're 29. You've been in Miami for a quarter century. You ain't Jamaican. Just because you've been there a couple of times doesn't make you Jamaican. I don't give a fuck about that. Get the fuck out. I can sound Jamaican. Fuck out of here.
A lot of men that have a lot of finances will exercise their options while their wife or wifey is home and they do their thing on the side. Mm-hmm. So I've heard of that trope growing up, and it always infuriated
Beta! It always infuriated you.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Janelle, we've had this conversation. Women cheat, men exercise options. What are your thoughts about that? Because I think I mentioned something in my opening monologue that I think will illuminate things for you, but we'll see. What are your thoughts on that?
Men, so she said women cheat and men exercise options.
Well, Kevin told her, hey, men cheat or women cheat, men exercise options. And she says, well, that triggers me because I feel like, if I'm with a high value man, he should be sexually loyal to me. And Kevin is about to tell her, listen, that might be what you want. That's not how it is. What are your thoughts?
It's not how it is. I mean, I think we talked about this a lot. I'll just use my personal example. Okay. You know, I'm dating a 26-year-old who's extremely high value, and in another 5 to 10 years, he'll be in that category, you know, that money category. He's on his way there now. But I'm a realist, you know. I understand that for him, you know, experimenting with other women or just, you know, fucking other women, that's something that he's thinking about all day, you know. Because he has me and I'm loyal and I support his business and I meet all his needs and I'm not seeing any other guys, I'm not talking to any other guys. Like, just because I do all the right things as a high value woman should doesn't mean that he's still not seeing some girl he wants to fuck, and he could exercise his options to do that at any time. I know all that. Right. And with that being said, like, we have our own, you know, I've told him, like, hey, if we get married down the line, and even if we have kids and we get married, if you just fuck someone, I won't leave you. But I'm like, if you have some kind of emotional affair,
there you go.
I said, I will. Okay. And he's like, can we get that in writing? So to me, I know, like, this is just how it goes, whether you like it or not. When you're born a man in this world, you're afforded certain luxuries. When you're born a woman in this world, you're afforded certain luxuries. And this is just how it goes. Hold
on. I got to give you a Don DeMarco for that. There we go. I could not agree more. And the whole cheating and unfaithfulness thing, it is very amoral, which means it is without morals. Doesn't mean that it's moral, doesn't mean it's immoral, it is amoral. And I gave this example before I brought you on. The lioness number 2 doesn't feel some type of way when the alpha male smashes lioness number 4. Lioness number 2 isn't going to lioness number 1. Can you believe this nigga cheated on me with Charlene the other day? He was blowing my back out yesterday in the Serengeti, and now he's over there in the jungle fucking with her. What the fuck is wrong with him? He cheated on me. No. This is the way it is in every herd. The reason why we as humans consider infidelity is because of our ability to reason on like 30 different levels. That being said, this does not mean that if you find out that your man stepped out on you, it's not going to hurt. Janelle, it's going to hurt. It is going to hurt.
It is going to hurt. And here's the thing. What I said is, listen, I want to keep a guy. So I know, and someone asked the question, I mean, I don't think he's considered a high earner yet. He earns $60,000, but he will be. And I'm 40, since someone asked how old I was.
Okay. I'm not even looking at the chat.
Yeah, and he's 6'8", by the way, too. So I'll add that. I even said, listen, if it's like, hey, like, if
you already know. You already know.
Yeah, you already know. So I was like, listen, hey, if you want, like, I'll bring other women into the bedroom. I'm like, whatever you want. I want to make you happy. Like, I'm not an idiot, you know?
Right.
If he's going to do it, and the thing is, he's so focused on work, barely has time for me. It's not like he's going to be out in the street, like, trying to find someone else if I'm meeting all his needs. But I know guys want variety, so I'm like, hey, I'll bring a girl in, whatever you want. And so the thing is, women they don't want to come to reality. They want to live in La La Land.
Yes.
I know reality.
Yes.
And I know if I want to keep this man, that I have to do my work, obviously, on myself and make sure I'm meeting his needs. And even then, it's not guaranteed that he won't.
That's right. That's exactly right. This is the cross women have to bear. And Janelle, listen, you've been around long, and you probably at the age of 40, you still get pretty privileged. For those of you who don't know what Janelle looks like from the neck down, her body is just like Devin's. She has a flat stomach, she has huge tits, and a great ass. Like that's how this works.
Thank you.
And you have a pretty face. You are afforded certain luxuries that men don't. So you have no problem acknowledging that even though it might come at a cost, you understand that this is how it is.
That's true. That's just how it goes. And listen, the sooner, like you were saying, in the beginning, the sooner that we come to grips with the truth, the better off we're going to be. So it's
I agree.
We just got to swallow that pill like we swallow something else. We just got to swallow it and be like, come on, this is how it is.
No,
and
I
if
agree.
you want to play in the game, you've got to know the rules.
Nope, I agree 100%. Here's what I'll say. Anytime a woman, and see, the fact that you don't feel some type of way about the women cheat, men exercise options is because you bring more to the table than your yoni, Janelle. You see, when a woman feels some type of way about a man getting sex from another woman, you know that she knows in her mind that she is good for nothing but sex. Otherwise, Janelle, why is she tripping? If you have all these brains and you've got all these business plans and this and that, and you bring all this stuff to the table, why are you worried about one thing that another woman can give him? What, you can't fall back on your other characteristics and personality traits? No, the reason why they feel some type of way about that is because they know they don't bring anything else to the table other than sex, which is why they're tripping when their man goes and gets sex from another bitch. If you really did bring other things to the table, if you really were the table like you said, you wouldn't be tripping if he goes off and smashes other bitches, because you know you have traits, personality, characteristics that keep him around that have nothing to do with sex. So when a woman says, well, I don't think it's fair that high value men get to cheat, what, so you bring more to the table other than sex, or is that the only thing? What are your thoughts on that?
This is such a great, I just love having these conversations with you, Donovan, because I've had this conversation with my guy, and he's told me, your love for me, your love and devotion for me will outweigh any woman's looks ever. And that's because he's like, he can get, like, he works in a room full of women. He's in a salon, right?
Half your age, right? All that.
Half my age, doing lashes and spray tanning and hazy, and they come in all the time and give me stuff and buy. Don't you think I know that? I know that stuff. But at the same time, I know where his head is, and I know that he's not with me. Yeah, of course, he tells me, like, I'm crazy attracted to you. I love how you look. All these things, but he's like, that's not it. It's what I bring to the table. It's how I support him. It's a quality of nurturing that he says he's never gotten from anyone other than, like, his grandma. Like, it's something that nurturing, and it's not too much, because if you do too much,
you're not
then
mothering
you can
him.
break the polarity.
Of course.
Yeah,
No.
so it's all those extras, and these women know that they don't have it. They think because she has a great fucking body. I love it.
Yeah.
I wish I was built like that naturally. But the thing is, she's only relying on that, as most of these vixens and most of these Instagram models are like, I'm so hot, I have the best ass, everyone wants to fuck me, but that gets old. What else do you have?
There you go. And if a woman knows she doesn't have anything else, that's why she feels some type of way. My guy better not go out and have sex with another woman. Why? Because you know you don't have much else to offer that the side bitch doesn't? Oh, gotcha. Okay. understand totally. Okay, good. I'm glad we see eye to eye on that. Let us continue with the breakdown. Here we go. Oops.
Fine.
There we go.
The idea of being married to a man who is exercising his options.
She could have chose somebody else.
Oops.
No, what if he didn't start?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Why does somebody else's choice infuriate you?
Because they're only, most of the time in Jamaica at least, because there's not as many options.
Mahogany Sin says that right there just earned her a ring. So he's giving you props on your relationship.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I got one, like the first one.
Hey, man. Hey, get him while you can. Get him while you can.
25, that's pretty good.
No, I agree. I totally agree. Listen, get the ring and the bag.
They stay in that relationship because they don't feel that they have a choice.
No.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is the truth.
Okay, man. Okay, let's be
Versus
fair.
the U.S. where there's more financial.
That's what you
opportunities.
believe, that they're staying. See, I have brought women on from other countries who openly say, yeah, they go into these relationships and they're happy to be in them.
There you go. See that?
Okay, that's them.
No, it's not.
That's
okay,
them.
Don't do it.
Hold up. That's them. That's them. I'm so special. I look so good that the man I marry should only want me and other me. Let me explain something to you. And this is on the woman and the man's end. Gentlemen, ladies, the four women that are watching, when I'm gonna talk to the men first. Just because a woman loves you does not mean she is not going to be sexually attracted to men other than you. That's just how it is. Devin right now is getting Botox. I'm sure driving to the Botox office, I'm sure there was a few guys that she would love to be up under. That's just how this is. It's the same with men. Just because men are committed to and love a woman does not mean that we stop being sexually attracted to other women. Here's the difference. When a woman has sex with a man, it is about a lot more than just the way he looks. When a man has sex with a woman, it is literally about only just the way she looks, which is why women stay with men who exercise options a lot more than men stay with women who exercise options. Agree or disagree?
1,000% correct. You know, a guy's literally guys like variety. It's hardwired in their brain. That's why there's so many beautiful women of all different, like colors and hair and body type, everything. It's just like a dopamine hit.
Yes.
A different type of woman. Wonder what she's going to be like.
There you go.
That's literally what it is. I hate to sound bad, but for women, it's so much more.
It's not bad. This is just how it is. When we commit to a woman, dude, the reason I'm with Devin, number one, is because she looks good, but I committed to her because of everything else. And again, this doesn't mean that it wouldn't sting if she were to find out that I were to exercise an option. But I'm not going anywhere as long as she continues to do what she needs to do inside and outside of the bedroom.
That's correct.
Okay, let's continue. Wait a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go.
But see, the thing is, why, if this woman, Melania Trump,
Uh-oh.
you think she's physically and sexually attracted to Donald Trump?
Hell no. No.
She made a decision, which marriage has always been. And the thing is, women, you want women to choose how you choose, but then you say you can't speak for all women. Kind of rich. If that's what that woman chose to do, she said, let's just take your choice. Well, there are not a lot of choices out here. So I can either live this lifestyle over here and have a husband that exercises his options, or I can go work hard. And you can choose. And here's the thing, would you rather be a woman who's in the position to have a choice or not?
Have a choice.
Well, then they chose.
There you go.
And that's what feminism truly is.
Yep.
Choice.
Kevin says all the time, he said, I'm a feminist. I'm a feminist and I am proud of it. I think that women should be able to have a choice. And unfortunately, women don't make the right choices a lot of the times. What are your thoughts on being able to make a choice?
That's so true. I love what he says. And I agree with him. Women should have the right to choose, and they actually do. We all have the right to choose. However, the problem is women think emotionally. We don't think rationally and logically.
Right.
And that's why we fuck up a lot of the times and make very bad decisions.
I agree. Go ahead.
So the bottom line is, like, women are, in this situation, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like they feel like they have to have equal rights, I need to be able to do, and the playing ground should be level, right?
Yes, right.
If a guy gets things. I should be able to go out and fuck whoever I want.
That's right.
If a can cheat, this is what women want because it goes in with the feminist rule book.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the world we live in. It just doesn't work that way.
I'll put it this way, Janelle. If a woman wants to cheat, she can cheat. Listen, man. Look. I tell dudes all the time. A woman can do whatever it is she wants to do. If a woman wants to cheat, she can cheat. If she wants to talk to guys, she can talk to guys. If she wants to be on Instagram, she wants to be an OnlyFans, or she can do all that stuff. Where women have a problem with being able to do what they want to do is they don't like the costs or the consequences. I want to be able to act like a hoe in my 20s, but shake the hoe label in my 30s. Selena Powell, seriously, Selena Powell is dealing with this right now. She just turned 27 years old, and she was just on Fresh and Fit the other night talking about, listen, I'm trying to change my ways. I'm trying to, I don't want people to see me as this internet hoe. As much as I admire her for her wanting to change her ways, she can't. The internet lives forever. What she has done and said will never ever go away. So yeah, while there's nothing wrong with what she did, I guess morally you can do whatever it is you want to do. But by the same token, you made your bed and now you got to lay in it. Women want to make the bed, but they don't want to sleep in that same bed. They want their cake and eat it too, literally.
Yeah, and the thing is, Google doesn't forget, unfortunately.
No, no, they do not.
Google always remembers.
Dude, Google knows all. Google knows all.
But yeah, it's sad. I feel like more and more women, more and more successful women are ending up alone.
Yep. Yes.
And it's sad. I mean, I talk about this all the time. Some of my a lot of my women clients are single and they make a lot of money and they don't know why.
No, I agree.
I have to tell them, well, here's why. Here's what you're doing wrong. The thing is, like you said, women they want equal rights. They want to make decisions. They don't like the consequences of those decisions. And it all comes back to polarity. Everything in the universe is going to be balanced. Masculine and feminine, yin, yang, hot, cold, day, night. It's just how it goes. And you don't have to like it. But if you want to win in this game, then you might as well at least acknowledge it.
There you go.
And the more that women are in denial, it's not going to help their cause at all.
No, it's actually going to help.
But see, the thing is, when women tend to choose things that line up to more traditional, not as modern, not as liberal, a lot of modern feminists have an issue with that. So let's talk about it. Where in history have men who would have been considered in the nobility, earls, dukes, not in monarchy, because you had to be born into that bloodlines, right? Oldest system of government, monarchy, one of the oldest systems. Where would men who were landowners, lords, ever have just been monogamous?
There you go. Crickets. Crickets.
Okay.
Monogamy has a lot to do with religion.
But any.
Listen, I want to play this again, Janelle. This makes all the sense in the world.
It truly is choice.
Yeah.
Truly is. It's about choice. But see, the thing is, when women tend to choose things that line up.
Do you see how feminine and demure she is? This, to me, this is a front. She is, and it's a front, and she's good at it. She is not.
Yes, this does not look like her Instagram.
No, it doesn't. It does not. She's doing a very good job at not breaking character. Now, she did a better job in the first two parts. She did a much better job at not breaking character. But now that they're a little bit deeper into the conversation, she's starting to, and this is what we want. We want her to be honest. But you can tell her facial expressions are a lot more contentious than they were when they first started. Trust me.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Not as modern, not as liberal.
And guys, let's be respectful to our guests. You can disagree, but let's be respectful.
Modern feminists have an issue with that. But let's talk about it. Where in history have men who would have been considered in the nobility, earls, dukes, not in the monarchy, because you had to be born into that bloodlines, right? Oldest system of government, monarchy, one of the oldest systems. Where would men who were landowners, lords, ever have just been monogamous?
It's true.
Yeah, crickets.
Okay.
See that? Do you understand his overall point?
I think so a little bit. I was actually thinking back to the biblical times, even they were there was no monogamy there either.
There was no monogamy. Christopher Vasiliades, hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. He said, comparing the overall mating habits of lions with humans makes little sense. Your overall point is correct, but we need a better analogy. I can't really think of a better analogy. That's the only, like, we're mammals and we procreate with one another. There is no better analogy, number one. Number two, he said comparing it makes little sense. Well, let me put you up on game here, Christopher V. Only 40% of the total amount of human men who have ever lived has procreated. Let me repeat that. Less than half of all the men who have ever lived on the face of the earth have procreated. 99.9% of women have procreated. So 60% of men who have ever existed and probably will ever exist will never procreate. What does this mean, Chris V? This means that 100% of the people are fathered by only 40% of men. Come up with we need a better analogy. There is no better analogy because most men do not procreate, but most women do. So there you go. Yeah, comparing them to comparing the mating habits of humans, and think about this: all of the top 10% of men, the baby daddies and all that. Listen, you go to the hood, dude. Even in the trailer park, girls who have 4 and 5 different baby daddies, it's the same baby daddies. Even in pornography, it's 200 girls. It's 200 girls. It's like the same 10 or 15 guys. So listen, if you can come up with a better analogy, then that's fine. You're not going to find one. You're not going to find one better than the lions. That's really all there is to it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else we could compare it to. I mean, I see what he's saying. Like, he wants it to be more similar, but
it's not. Is the closest we have. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
Men, listen, there is a reason why we as men can procreate until the day we die, and women can only procreate for a finite. There you go, man. Like, this is, and don't get me wrong, man. I'm not trying to demagnify the emotional pain that comes to a woman when she finds out that her guy stepped out and fucked another chick. I understand. Yeah. I guess I'll never really understand it because I'm not a woman, but as a man, I understand that. But by the same token, it's just like Kevin just said, Janelle. Dukes, kings, dude, Genghis Khan fathered 8% of the Chinese population now, and there's a zillion people that live there. This is always the way it's been. Men in charge, high-value men are never monogamous. Oh, go ahead.
That's correct. And if women really here's the thing, if women really want to win in this game and they want to get that high-value man, they want to leave a legacy and have children and all that stuff with one, then they have to, like, I'm not saying to not acknowledge that because it is emotional, because women, we're more emotional. We just are.
Of course.
We're actually more emotionally inept, meaning we're stronger emotionally is what I meant to say, rather.
Okay.
We have children, and that's a feat. Let's just be honest.
Oh my God. Yeah.
So we're able to tolerate a lot of pain, and we have to be more emotionally strong. For instances like this. But if women really want to have a chance, then they've got to, like, start looking at it as less emotional for men, sex, and more as just like taking a piss.
Janelle, it's just like sex. It's just, and I understand why women would be hurt by this, because women oftentimes project their feelings onto us. In other words, they think that sex is the same for us as it is for you guys, and that's not the case. When a woman has sex with a man, there is emotion involved. This isn't to say that there isn't emotion involved for men, but we as men, we are much better at compartmentalizing sex from one another, because it is just an act. Sex for women is not just an act. Yes, there are women out there where sex is just an act. These are women who have body counts into the triple and quadruple digits. But men and women are different in that sex for us is just an action. I'll tell you a quick story here. And a lot of guys have heard this story. Peter Sellers famously played the agent Jacques Clouseau of the Pink Panther series back in the, I think, 50s and 60s, or 60s and 70s. He was an incorrigible womanizer. He was married to his wife for 12 years. He was always cheating on her, and of course the tabloids would always get a hold of it. Finally, she finally divorced him. She just couldn't take it anymore. And it's not that she couldn't take it anymore. She just kept having to find out about it. She loved him, but she just couldn't take reading about his exploits in the paper. Well, Peter Sellers went on to, he was married 3 or 4 more times. There was always some sort of drama going on with paternity tests and, he's cheating and this and that and the other. Well, at 54 years old, after all of these women and all of these wives, he dies of a massive heart attack. They found one thing in his wallet. It was a picture of his first wife. He never stopped loving her, which proves that even though Peter Sellers stuck his dick in other women, he never stopped loving his wife. Sex is just an act. The more sex a man has, the more it becomes an act. Now, I'll be honest with you. I fell in love with like the first 3 girls I ever had sex with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought I was in love because I didn't have much experience. But men are able to compartmentalize sex with so much less experience than women are. Your thoughts on that?
It's the same thing with my guy. He's had probably enough partners, but probably not that many for his age. But it was the same with you. He fell pretty hard for his first 3, and I'm only his 4th girlfriend, like his 4th, someone he gave a title to.
Wow.
So, and he's 26. Yeah. So that doesn't show, like, you know what I'm saying? That when you're young, of course, you go into it with more. But then, like, we were having this conversation the other night.
Yeah.
When women kind of show who they really are, then you start getting callous a little bit, and kind of start getting jaded, and then you're like, okay, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But sex for men can be more emotional if they're in love with you, and that means if there's emotional intimacy, obviously physical attraction, some kind of value exchange, and some kind of spiritual or evolution, like growing together, that you guys have all those things together, there will be an emotional bond, but mostly it's just sex. And so for me, I have that in my mind. I'm like, sex is just an act. Like porn stars do it, they go home, many of them actually have spouses. It's weird. I know it's weird for us to understand, but it's how it is. They go do their thing. And so it's like, when you see it, like sex is literally just, it's like a game. It's like Monopoly.
It is
play
just
it,
an
someone
act.
wins, someone loses.
It's like taking a piss. Mahogany Sins in the chat says, I thought you were talking about Tiger Woods.
Wait.
He said, when I was talking about Peter Sellers, he thought I was talking about Tiger Woods. I'm gonna tell you what, I suppose I guess I could use their names interchangeably in this particular instance. That would be funny. Let's that was funny. All right, let's continue. Damn it.
Has a lot to do with religion.
But
newsflash, Devin's face is numb.
any continent.
Is this her first time?
Oh no! This is her second or third time getting Botox. Yeah. She's a Botox veteran for sure. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Men of means had a primary wife, and what did men in Asia? They had concubines,
side bitches.
It's just funny that today women want men who are in the top percentile. Then you want them to be alpha male, and you don't get it. No.
It won't happen.
Now, I mean, it can. I say the exercise options. Number one, it's not.
It can happen, but here's the problem, Janelle. Women want men who are alpha males to everyone else except for them. They want the loyal alpha. They want the man who can fuck any woman he wants, but won't fuck any woman he wants.
This is a great example. I want to elaborate because I was having a moment and I was being emotional about something, and my guy wasn't really giving me that like nurturing side.
Right.
We talked about it later, and he's like, "Babe," he's like, "I can do a little bit." He's like, "You are with me because I'm an alpha man. If I was all soft and stuff like that, you wouldn't like it." That's right. And he's like, I could try, and I have a little bit to give, but not that much. He goes, I just can't do it. True. And so what did I do? I called my girlfriend, and my girlfriend was there for me, and that's okay.
That's what it's for. That's what it, dude. Call up Deidre Pujols, man. She'll get you right.
That's right. That's right.
Mandatory. But I'm gonna tell you, more women who are married to these men look at y'all like the women who have these issues, and they're like,
listen to this.
Like, they come on my show. I don't know what they're talking about. Sitting there flashing their Protect for Elite watch in their house. They're like,
that's what they value over.
But you assume that these women are being.
I know some women will willingly do this
and happy doing it.
Yes,
I understand that.
And so
it infuriates me because
why does it infuriate you?
Why would you?
It's none of your business. I mean, why?
You want to know why it infuriates her? Because that sets the market. if women who look like her at her age get with a high value man and they willingly deal with him smashing other chicks. And again, I keep thinking Mia Khalifa when I have Selena Powell's face in my head. For whatever reason, I keep thinking Mia Khalifa because they're kind of one and the same. But what Mia Khalifa said on Fresh and Fit the other day was perfect. She says, listen, every man is going to cheat as long as he does it respectfully. As long as you don't throw it in my face, don't knock up a bitch, don't bring anything home, don't catch an STD. Women can deal with it. But no, the reason why this woman is feeling some type of way about it is because in her mind, that sets the market. But what she doesn't understand is that women are going to do this. Listen, man, men are going to exercise options whether she's okay with it or not. That's what it comes down to.
That's true. That's true. And that's the point. That's the point that women, I always say this to my guy, I'm like, you're going to do what you're going to do. I know, like in general, you know,
there
and
you
women
go.
Just have to, you got to understand that.
Not only understand it, Janelle, but okay, so he's going to do what he wants to do sexually. So now what you have to do as a woman, you have to make sure that you continue to exude those characteristics, traits, habits, the things that keep him around outside the bedroom. That's where you really have to step up because you both have vaginas. You can both suck them and fuck them with the best of them. A lot of times with guys, sometimes it's really not about better. Most of the time, it's really about different. That's what it comes down to. So if you know his side bitch ain't shit, you need to show yo nigga why he chose you. It has nothing. Listen, man, if you're with a high value man, he didn't choose you because of the sex. He chose you for reasons he chose you for reasons other than the sex. Not to say that your sexiness is not a factor because you got to pass the boner test first. But there are a lot of women who pass the boner test. And the difference between you and a side bitch is what you can do for him outside the bedroom.
That's correct.
Business.
Because women are valuing material possessions.
Okay, so
here we go.
What about when men? What about
them solely?
Okay, well, what about when men?
That's disrespect.
Okay.
Over material items.
Okay.
See, now she's trying to bring morality into this. There is no morality when it comes to sexual relations between men and women.
Yeah,
There
and
just
I love
isn't.
how she was saying that women are valuing like material things over men or whatever, and then she sits there with her, $2,500 Gucci bag. It's like, duh, I know.
I
It's cute.
swear, fucking Janelle, I swear to God, I don't know how you and Kevin are so good. I didn't even realize she had a Gucci bag there, but you're like, yep, I know that Gucci bag. That's $2,500
I
Gucci
never
bag.
fucking miss a beat.
Oh my God.
Here.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't.
Oh my God. Dude, Devin, she's like, she has a who, a what? Like, dude, we were at where were we at the other, we were at some store the other day and I wanted to buy her. So she's like, no, that's way too expensive. I was like, all right, I'm just trying to flex out of here for you. It's all good.
And what about? How about this? What about when you went to college? And men who went to college would get mad at women who look like you who dated drug dealers
Uh-oh.
instead of the college boy.
Look at that. Crickets.
That wasn't me. But I
No.
understand.
Let's run that back. This is funny as hell. She said that wasn't me.
Material possessions
Okay, so what
over a
about
man
when
being
men? What about?
with them solely?
Okay,
That's
what about when men?
That's disrespect.
Okay.
Over material items.
Okay, then
I
what
mean,
about? How about this? What about when you went to college? And men who went to college would get mad at women who look like you who dated drug dealers
Uh-oh.
instead of the college boy.
Crickets.
that was-
Crickets.
But I
No.
understand.
That wasn't
what
me.
was it?
Look at her body language.
Come on,
She
see?
like
What do you
feels
mean?
bad.
Wait, hold on.
Meaning
Let me get back to that.
You're saying you're not.
The body language. What did you pick up about the body language?
She went she was like way out of it. Like, that wasn't me. Did you see her?
Yeah, I caught it.
She was moving away. So it's typically when it's truth or something like that, people lean in.
Yep.
But her body language is like defensive and like back. That wasn't
Gee,
me.
I wonder why. You don't get defensive about something unless it offends you. And if it offends you, then guess what? That was you. So Janelle, Jesus Christ. So Jessica wants us to think that she didn't fuck with thorough niggas back in college. She wants us to think that she fucked around with the Poindexters in college. Bitch, please, fuck out of here. Not with an ass like that, you weren't.
No, it's disrespect. You should get a man who's more of a fit, who values you more. You should get a man that's what's supposed to be loyalty. Then if you're supposed to be with somebody, college women, college men will openly date thugs in college. And then,
Crazy. I don't agree with that either.
Oh, yeah, I don't agree with that either. Come on. See, now she's I think she's virtue signaling. What do you think? I don't know. That wasn't me. I don't agree with that either. Do you think she's virtue signaling here or what?
Yeah, she's just like, even her smile is phony. You can see.
Wow. Dude, she's a video vixen. Of course she dated drug dealers in college, right?
That's how she got the job in the first place.
You can't make this shit up, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Cigarman85 with the $5 super chat said it gets her mad because she doesn't want to compete for the same man they all want. Wow.
And in that case, I just say to women, lower your standard.
Listen, this is what Myron says all the time. You want a high value man who's 6 feet tall and 100K and this and that? He's going to fuck other women. Well, I don't want that. Then you're gonna have to lower your standards because if you want a man who will never cheat on you, then you're gonna have to lower your standards, sweetheart.
And then he still might.
Oh my God! Right. Because if he finds dudes like me,
just because he's a man, that's
there
why.
You go. That's it. These fucking bitches.
But you heard it here first.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But when men get infuriated about it, women say, "There ain't none of your business. Become a soldier."
Shit.
That bothers me as well.
Of course it does.
Okay, maybe you're a little.
That's never been my type.
Doesn't matter.
Never been my type. Oh, really? So you just decided to fuck with Akon and Sean Paul because they were nice people, did you?
Because they had a 4.0 GPA.
Yes.
Not saying that either one of them are unintelligent. I really don't know. So.
Yeah, so you're trying to tell me that what attracted you to the baby was his intellectual brawn, right?
Was his philosophical wonderings.
Yes, Gunna and Lil Wayne impressed you with their philosophical verbal jujitsu. Hold on, where's my stop the cap button? Hold up, I gotta play this because this is some bullshit. This is all cap. That's not really my type. Get out of here. Give me a break. Nobody buys that. You want to know why? If you look at her Instagram is specifically tailored to thug ass niggas, bitch. Come on.
Yeah, you're not seeing her Instagram. You're not seeing those people at Harvard. I'm sorry, you're just not.
You're not. The men she dates are never going to be mistaken for a Dartmouth grad. I'm just going to put it out there. Yeah, fuck out of here.
The matter is, it happens, and in the black community, it happens
all the time.
So we would have a term called Pookie and Ray Ray versus Educated Lame. It's a whole thing. Where women have, I want Tupac in a suit, try to rejigger attractiveness. To where now you want a dude. I heard women say, I want a man that wears a suit to work and handle his business, and come home and have a wife beater on and handle his business. And then they get mad when these very black men decide to date out.
There it is.
They don't have to be superhero.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Let's do it. What you got? I'm trying to tell you, man. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up.
It's true. This stuff is, call it ignorance. I never realized, maybe I realized, but I didn't. I hadn't really got a sense of it until I started dating my guy. And, there's a feminine truth. I didn't really make the best decision when I was doing some marketing and I posted a lot of stuff for my guy. I regret that. Made a mistake, huge mistake, and I since then have not done that, right? Learned my lesson. But the amount of hate that I got from African American women because I was dating an African American man was I just could not. It was so hard for me to just realize that they were coming for me. It was unbelievable on Instagram and TikTok.
Yo, sisters do not, man. I'm gonna tell you what. Hey, Devin figured it out too. She figured it out.
Sure.
She figured it out.
It's probably worse for her because she's like, I look ethnic in a sense. Like you're not sure what I could be.
Yeah, you're very racially ambiguous.
Yes, even though my guy's like, you're a white girl, but but like Devin, she's a white girl.
Dude, Devin is white. Dude, Devin is white girl through and through. And I told her, I said, look now. I said, if you really want to do this, I was like, you got to understand that white boys, they're not going to be an option for you, at least not in Philly when we move. She's like, well, why is that? I was like, when they see you with me, you're out as far as they're concerned. I said, but the real issue is going to be with black women. She's like, oh, I know black women and they're cool with me. That's because your ex-husband was white. Let you come around with a nigga like me and let's see how those black women treat you then. That's just how it is.
Correct. That's exactly how it is. And it will never be the same after that.
Nope.
It's just, because you're taking one of their men, essentially.
Yes. Oh, you take everything else. You got to take our men too. No, we don't belong to black women. And not only that, you know what? I don't want to foreshadow. Let's listen to what Kevin has to say because he actually gets into this. Listen.
And some trope, they can just be men with other folks.
Uh-huh.
We can not get into that subject too, but let's
a woman, you're saying, okay, I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
You're saying a woman whose preference are hood men.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to her trying to act brand new. Hood men. These hood niggas. Bitch trying to act like she don't know. She knows who they are. Fuck out of here.
Infuriates the other great prospects in college men. That's similar to what I was stating about women choosing to be in relationships with men who cheat on them.
No. But the difference, and I guess Kevin's about to, the difference is we accept it. Like, we as men, we accept that there are just, like, we as men, we accept that unless we improve our lives, there are just some men that we're not going to be able to compete with. Like, the baddest bitch, like, dude, I have fucked some bad fucking bitches, but I had to learn how to do that. I wasn't born 6'8" like your guy. Like, I had to, like, your guy is 25 years old, he can fuck any bitch he wants. I had to learn how to be, man, I had to learn how to do it. I didn't come out the womb a lady killer, man, you know what I'm saying? But the reason why, so she's comparing the Poindexters, the college women like her, passing up the Poindexters for these hood niggas, being the same as women passing up the faithful men for men. Come on, that's not the same, not even close. E-Check says, check Jessica Wong's Instagram. She says she isn't dating anymore. She wants a 500-word essay on how you won't waste her time. The audacity. This fucking bitch. This bitch just thinks that she is, oh my God. I can't stand bitches like this.
She thinks, and some guy will write that. But you know what kind of guy he is.
You know it. Sith Lord Entertainment with the $100 super chat. It's been a while. Oh, he says it right here. I said, I've been away for a while, survived a devastating car accident. I'm just glad to be alive. I wanted to write this to say thank you, Donovan. Your guidance and teachings have really helped me become a better man. And hey, my relationship with my wife has been awesome. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that very much. Desmond Montgomery says, off topic, did you watch last night's Fresh and Fit? It was a horrible show because Miss Physics was back and forth with her friend, argued with Myron all night. I am going to break that down tomorrow. Don't listen, y'all ain't got to worry about that. Miss Physics is, I'm gonna get Miss Physics degree at some point. Trust me. Let's continue.
The difference is that when women do it, you tell men to shut the fuck up.
Oops.
When men do it, women are upset.
No, the fuck you did.
Yeah, it's like it's the hypocrisy. You don't judge both things the same. What infuriates?
No, that was a soundboard thing.
No,
See?
the fuck
Oh,
you
okay.
did.
Yeah, you're like, I can't believe she said that. That was classic. You said, oh shit. Nah, she got real hood then, though, right?
Men, it's not you choosing to be with the hood.
Lights and all kinds of
You
shit.
choose to be with the hood dude, and then you get hood outcomes. Then you turn around and say men ain't shit because women refuse to make distinctions amongst men. That's why my show is so popular because I
Tell him, Kevin.
make distinctions amongst the men. I force the distinction. And it's like, well, why are you going to? How many times have I heard a woman? I got a master's, a bachelor's, a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
A local D boy.
What?
Experience comes clarity, and with clarity comes a good relationship.
Sarah, why don't you want to do that?
No, experience usually comes with damage.
Emotional
You
Damage.
have to go through things to gain experience.
Happens all the time. I thought it was
Okay, so now the sound is going to get a little bit wonky here because something happened with it. So I'm going to put it back on the screen here.
When it started happening in 2020, it's still happening. That was the sister that got killed not too long ago. She was in finance or banking,
Dating a D-boy.
So,
Dating a dope boy.
but the thing is, if you want the lifestyle that comes along with it, there's a cost to everything. You don't want to pay it, don't get it.
Oops. Look how she's looking at him. Look how she's looking at him.
There's women out there like me who hope to. That's the only thing about high value men.
That's it. I guess there's women out there like me. Jessica Wong thinks that she is so different. She thinks she's so goddamn special, man. Jessica Wong is a basic bitch. That's really what it comes down to. And a lot of people, Janelle, when they go after Fresh and Fit, they always mention the fact that, these girls on Fresh and Fit, you shouldn't watch their show because these girls are they're the Instagram thoughts and ratchets and blah, 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 blah. Well, here we have a woman who appears to be refined. She clearly has more than the average woman. She is very aesthetically pleasing, and she has the same mindset as these basic ass bitch thoughts who are on Fresh and Fit every night. Women are like this, gentlemen. Hate to break it to you. They're like this from sea to shining fucking sea. Are they like this out in LA, Janelle? I mean, please. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Please clear the record here.
I try not to go to LA because it's full of this type of women. The only difference is most of them are blonde. I mean, there is, there's a certain demographics out there because they're Kardashian. So there's definitely a lot of that kind of look out there too. But I'd say it's mostly blondes. Okay. And it's the same level of unintelligence, Wow. And I think a little more superficial because LA is like, everything's fake, right?
Yeah.
Kind of known for that. So yeah, I try to avoid LA as much as possible.
Jesus Christ! And you're in Newport Beach, correct?
I stick to the OC.
Okay, there it is. Orange.
A little more chill.
Mies Dutz, 312 with a $5 super chat says Miss Wong is the Black Ms. Quantum Physics. She is feigning actual intelligence, and although she's not a grenade. And although her beauty has been her business savvy, yes, let's not make any bones about it. The reason why Jessica Wong is where she is because of the way she looks. Not hating on that, but let's not pretend that you're more than what you are.
Correct.
Listen, just keep it really like, listen, the reason why I have what I have and I am where I am is because of the way I look. I understand that. I embrace it. I'm going to get all I can, then maybe try to get married. But no, this woman would have us to believe that she is somehow different than most women who look like her. That's ridiculous. Hold up. Oh, wait a minute.
No, the fuck you didn't.
Oops. I didn't.
That. I was like,
that was funny. You said, oh.
That's why I said I'll do a mid-dolly. I'd rather go to work, clock in, and not be cheated on.
What you're missing is that. Where did I say it was mandatory?
You're giving them. You have to understand you have a lot of influence. And if you're saying to men, there could be a man right here listening to you, and he makes $1 million a year. He goes, Kevin says, I can't step out on her. What's she gonna do about it? That could be happening.
This is funny. She's acting like men who make a lot of money step out on women because Kevin is telling them to do this. No, Kevin doesn't have to tell them to do this. 10 minutes ago, he told her, landowners, sheiks, rulers, kings, conquerors.
Political leaders.
Yes. Political leaders. Yes, exactly.
Biblical
yes.
leaders.
Yeah. She talked about...
Go that far back.
Unbelievable. It's funny how she talks out of both sides of her mouth.
Yeah.
Janelle, listen, you gave us a good solid hour. Listen, tell the people where they can find you and subscribe to her channel. Well, first, give your final thoughts on this conversation as it pertains to Kevin and Jessica Wong, and then tell us where to find you before we finish this out.
Yeah, I think that this conversation is very telling to the mentality of women today. It really doesn't matter, obviously, what tax bracket you're in, what part of the country you're in. Right. It's the same thing. Like you said, people say, oh, he only has OnlyFans girls, Instagram models on Fresh and Fit. But this woman, obviously, she gets a decent paycheck from these movies, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. And it's still the same thing. She still feels like she's, different from everyone else. Yeah. Like that there's some kind of, she's an exception to the rule in regards to this sort of thing. So I think that this is really good to see that what's on the outside might be pretty, but what's up here, it's all relatively the same. And I think that's why we're in the situation we are today with men. And I say this, I think a lot of times we give men a bad rap.
Yeah.
And I'm actually an advocate for men because I feel
No, the fuck you
I know. I feel like if more women had some of the characteristics like Devin, myself, and Tallulah, like that men wouldn't be as apt to exercise their options. Now they might, just they're bored, whatever.
Yeah, right.
But they're like, I was even talking to my guy about this the other day. Like, it's not really that hard to please a man.
No, we are very easy.
Yeah, don't disturb his peace. Make sure his needs are taken care of. Be loyal. He basically said, don't be a hoe. Don't disturb my peace. And just, support me. Make sure my needs are met. That's it. That's literally it.
We are not hard to please at all.
No, we're not that hard to please. So I think if more women really actually were able to kind of surrender their ego, that's the hardest thing. Women don't want to let go of their ego.
Yes. That's exactly right. So, very well said, Janelle. Tell the people where they can find you.
So the ofactors.com is where you can find out all about my work.
Yes.
If you are interested in having your women, your wives, your partners be involved in my masterminds, I have one coming up in 2 weeks. And it's where I really teach women these principles. I teach them how to be feminine, how to serve their man sexually, all these things, all of it. And then you can find my retreat website, all of that. On YouTube, I'm almost at 5,000 subs. I'm not
let's get you there. Oh, we need to get you there. We absolutely need to get you there.
So if you guys can go over to my page now, maybe I can post it in the chat.
Okay.
And just get subscribed. I'm almost at 5,000. Once I hit 5,000, I'm going to start posting more content. So
perfect.
Let's do it.
Okay. Janelle Gordon, thank you very much for making time for us today. I will see you again on Thursday.
Yes, I'm super excited.
Awesome. Janelle Gordon, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm not stopping the show. The breakdown is going to continue. I'm going to take a 30-second potty break. So everybody everybody sit tight. I'll be back in a little bit.
Understanding women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharpe's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharpe. The 49 Laws of Sharpe is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharpe will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharpe will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge. Supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, first date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder.
Okay, that's enough of that. So a very, very special thanks goes out to the lovely and talented Janelle Gordon for making our acquaintance. I always appreciate having her on as well as her perspective. So we are going to continue. We are going to continue with the breakdown. We're going to continue with the breakdown of this interview between Kevin Samuels and one Jessica Wong. Let's continue. Here we go. If I can get this to work.
Well, here's the thing. And again, you want to go back to stepping out. The cheating rates are roughly the same.
Uh-oh.
Women get all upset about male infidelity, but just sweep down stuff under the rug. Like, women ain't out here cheating on their men. Sorry, man, what happened?
Look at how Jessica's looking at him. I'm going to rewind this a little bit.
What's she going to do about it? That could be happening all
Well, here's the thing. And again, you want to go back to stepping out. The cheating rate's roughly.
Check this out. So Kevin is about to tell, what Kevin is telling Jessica, as you guys heard, is that y'all bitches act like men commit federal fucking felonies when a man steps out, but women cover the shit up. So what I like to do every once in a while is I like to watch with the sound down. Don't pay attention to Kevin. Pay attention to Jessica's facial expressions and her body language, because you can see that she is becoming visibly disturbed. All of a sudden, that femininity is going right out the door. Look at her. Now watch when he stops. Look. 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 See that? See that?
So I have a lot of influence. Right. I'm trying to influence women to realize you can't have it all. Life is about choices and trade-offs. And you were saying, that's why I don't like about high value men. So I would settle for a mid-value man.
Yeah, what the fuck is a mid-value man?
Yeah, got news for you. Don't nobody want to be with you, so.
Oops! Oh, no, he didn't! Oh, my goodness. Let's run that back, because I need to give that the proper introduction here.
Sorry, man, it happens. So I have a lot of influence. Right, I'm trying to influence women to realize you can't have it all. Life is about choices and trade-offs. And you were saying, that's why I don't like about high value men. So I would settle for a mid value man. Yeah, got news for you. Don't nobody want to be with you, so.
Oh! Oh, no! Oh, man, hold up. I gotta give her the bull charge, too. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Mike, give it to her one more time! Ah! TKO! Oh, my God.
The funny thing is, high value men settle all the time.
Goddamn right.
Yep. You want to see this? You want me to explain it?
Sure.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
A man has to make himself valuable. He has to get some sort of competency. Trade.
Raheem Ali says, LOL, what the fuck is a mid-value man? Fam, you should have been here the other day. When she actually said it.
Or education. He has to
Daryl L, we are right now, we're on part 3. Part 4 is coming up next.
perform. He has to beat his competitors. He has to move up, right?
Welcome back, Blazanity.
Do men at that level typically marry a woman who has the same they have and or more? Or is it common that guy tends to marry the secretary or somebody else? Nope. What is that?
Look at her.
See what you mean?
See?
Yes.
You see?
So that's called settling. But when a woman does the same darn thing when she moves up, so women want men at the same level or higher.
Oh!
No. Successful people, when men were successful and settled, I had no problem with it. Now women, you wanted to be free to make your choices and do whatever you want, go pursue success, great. That means you're going to have to settle because the men at your level don't typically want the women there because they fail the other things.
Ooh!
The mindset, where's the agreeableness? Where's the feminine? Where's all the other things? So women are frustrated because, I think women today are frustrated because you were told, go out, get an education, get out here and work, make some money, and then you can have it all. And
shit.
In general, you can have less.
Hell
no. So I hope buy a dog and die alone. That's why we got Galentine's
Really?
Day. So many women walking around with dogs and making sure it's fine.
See that? See? See that?
Happy.
She knows.
Relationships are what human beings are. And women are sitting around trying to act like relationships are just something you can take or leave. And women are breaking.
Yes, they are.
Worldwide. 1 out of 4 women on some sort of.
And Jessica Wong is one of these women who's acting like, relationships, I'll just take it or leave it. But what she doesn't understand, I don't know how she doesn't understand. You guys aren't going to believe something she says a little bit later on. It just proves exactly what I've been saying about this woman the entire time. Let's continue.
Psychotropic, psychiatric medication. Women have issues.
Yes,
So
they
in
do.
your opinion, what should women do? The majority. We should take care of ourselves. And we should settle for what we can get.
Well, I don't think you settle for what you can get. I think you accept what you are.
Oh!
So accept what you are.
Yeah, accept
Yes.
what you are. I had a woman on my show last night who was 27, 210 pounds.
Oh, no. Nope. I guess I missed that one. 27 years old and 210 pounds? Bitch, you ain't got no business out here dating. Holy God. 210, damn.
Okay.
So what if she
Hold
was
on.
Hold up now.
She had
Hold
lost
on.
weight, but she was still 180 pounds. 5 other women on the platform. I said, man, fresh face out of the shower, no makeup, rank just your face. You can't use 7. She said, I'm an 8. I said, so you put your
The bitch said she was an 8.
Yeah.
See? You see Jessica smile because now she's beginning to understand. Now she is being ingenuous.
Happens every day. And I said, man, you're a 5.
Ooh!
Average.
Oh! Kevin, average at best at another bitch? Oh, shit.
And I said, and you know what she did? She had an average career. An average looking woman who was above weight. But that wasn't even, I said, could you get with an average man and work with him like you work with a high man? No.
Nope. There it is.
So this is what happened.
Bitch is 185 pounds and says she cannot work with an average man. The solution to Ms. Wong's problem, as Shane Wilwin calls it, Big Shirley. And by the way, Jessica, according to her Instagram, she weighs 190 pounds. She says she weighs 190 pounds. 190 pounds. I'm gonna try to find the post where she talks about how much she weighs, but she weighs 190 pounds. Okay? The fact that she weighs 190 pounds, guys, this is what told me. This is what told me that she's just this bitch is a happy meal away. This bitch is a happy meal away from blowing up. She is one happy meal away. She is one pregnancy away from absolutely just exploding. Somebody do me a favor and find that post where Jessica's 5'9". She's 5'9", 190. 190. 5'9", 190. Okay? Look, I'm trying to tell you, man.
No sympathy for women who are massively mad. We went through the pawn shop analogy.
Oops.
And the thing is, when you are telling average women, and I'm going to say something, when women like you, who look like you, tell women that they can have your results,
This is key. Listen.
it does more damage than any influence I could ever have. Because they can't.
See? So Jessica tried oh my God, you have all this influence. You're influencing men to cheat on their women. And Kevin's like, nah, bitch. High value men don't have to be told that they can exercise options. That's what Kevin is saying. He's like, no. Don't trip. Don't even trip on that. He says what you're doing is what you're accusing me of doing. For her to talk to the average women and have them believe that they can get the same results as she can, that is dangerous. And Kevin absolutely drops the mic there. You see, the difference between guys like myself and women like Jessica is Jessica tells average women, you can have what I have, you just have to manifest it. Guys like me, I'm like, look, you can have what I have, but you got to work for it. You can get my results. There's nothing special about me. You can get my results, but it's going to take some goddamn work.
You can go to a club and get into VIP. They got to stand in line.
That's it.
But that's just on the physical. I think any woman.
She cannot, and at this point, she's grasping for straws.
Sure, it doesn't matter.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But let's say the woman that's a fat. She drops weight, she gets in the gym, she gets her hair done, she gets back.
Kevin Murray said NFL status, dude. 5'9", 190, that's a linebacker, homie.
Plastic surgery, she gets a whole face.
She's 29. I don't know, maybe the Eagles should draft her. We need help at the linebacker position.
Done. Now she's 8 physically. Should she now be able to date better looking people?
Dating is not the same as getting the ring, sweetheart. Dating is not the same as getting into the ring. Or is getting into the ring. Dating is not the same as the ring. See, this again, now she is conflating sexual market value with relationship market value. Just because a woman could fuck higher value guys doesn't mean she can get the ring.
It's better looking?
I mean, higher substance, higher value men, because now she looks better.
No. I mean, yeah, she'll be able to. Here's the thing. We don't judge just on, we judge on marriages.
That's right.
Hooking up, dealing with is a completely different. Marriage is what you track. And there's a likelihood that her.
What Kevin is telling her is that we judge on marriages and relationships. Any bitch can, dude, listen, real talk. And I said this before. A woman who is a 6 will have a much easier time fucking a guy who's a 10 than a man who's a 10 will have fucking a woman who's a 6. Those are the facts.
Looks can happen. I could leave here and get in a car accident and look crazy.
You could.
Or
but the point,
anything could happen, and all of a sudden now I can't.
Anything could happen. There we go. There's that possibility versus probability. This is the way women think, y'all. They think, well, if anything, just because anything could happen doesn't mean that anything will happen.
But you asked the question, can she date him? Yeah, she can. Date him, have sex with him, but would he marry her?
Hell no.
No. Because we've already said it. Men up here are rare. Beauty is not. Why would you go get the woman and then go get all this? You can get the one that had all that naturally. You can pick, make it to pick.
I don't think men care about natural beauty and natural bodies anymore.
Well, so funny thing is.
Now that I agree with her. You guys know Devin now has fake tits. Her tits look better now than her natural tits. But the BBLs and all that's when he gets a little out of control.
I'm going to discuss that. It's such bullshit.
Tell her.
My entire life, men have been asking women in general, black women in particular, to wear your own hair, to drop the weight and drop the attitude. And the only thing that's happened, I put a poster, something on my Instagram about RuPaul. Pink hair and big yellow earrings, glammed up, and I was like, who would have thought in the 90s this, which was drag,
real talk,
glamour shot look. But you walk out into the street every.
Yeah, bitches look like RuPaul used to.
Yeah, especially in Atlanta, you see women dressed like that. Men have been. When do men start asking for these long fingernails? Men don't ask for this stuff. Women dress for women. And then then you expect men to just accept it. What's happening is men are saying no.
Yep. Nope. I like that. Tommy made this point when I was on Fresh and Fit with him. Women don't dress for men. They don't. They dress for each other. Women don't walk around with Prada bags and Birkin bags to impress men. They do it to impress women. Look what I got. Look at what my looks value is able to get me. Okay? That's how it is. That's a very, very good observation. That's something I did not realize until I did this show with Tommy.
I don't want a woman that's 300 pounds. I don't want a woman that has somebody else's kids. I don't want a woman who's got tattoos all over the place. I don't want a woman that's this or that. And I would rather have nothing. And I'm not going to say you can't do what you don't, but I don't want to marry you. That's what you say. Nope. And women are like, well, why not?
Does it matter?
I don't answer the same question. When a man says what they want, y'all don't say, well, why not? Y'all. What tends to happen is women are like, just accept it. Men aren't doing it.
Nope.
We're back to the high value thing. Mm-hmm. Exercising options. You realize most of these men are working 12, 16-hour days. They don't have time to have a whole other thing. You know when a man is cheating on you? He buys another woman a penthouse.
Bingo. Did you hear what he said? Do you know when a man is cheating on you is when he buys another woman a penthouse? I've said this many, many times before. Men, we show fidelity through provisioning. Women show fidelity through sexual loyalty. If I'm smashing another chick, don't let your woman find out about it. Just don't let her find out about it. And she'll be good with it. But if she finds out that you bought a bitch a penthouse or a car or you're paying her bills, that is cheating. That is infidelity. That kind of infidelity is on the same level as a woman fucking somebody else.
That's what he's cheating. When he puts his penis, if he chooses to do it, matters to some, but that ain't what me.
Yeah, good observation, Jix Neinsler. I feel a migraine coming on, so, but I'm gonna power through it. I'm used to them.
That's why it's cheating. What do I always say? If you're gonna choose the exercise options, you need to talk about it up front. You need to let it know.
That's right. I'm gonna fuck other bitches.
I have a sexual appetite. You don't need it. And maybe sometimes I just want to do something different. Here's the rules though. No outside kids, no diseases.
There it is.
Not going no scandal.
Yep.
Not going to embarrass you in public and private.
There it is. There it is.
I think that there's nothing wrong with the man being both.
See, what Kevin just described, again, I've talked about this stuff for years. These are the commandments of side bitches, side chicks. As long as you don't see it, taste it, smell it, then you're good with it. Again, guys, you can have a side bitch. Don't get her pregnant. Don't fuck her at your house. Don't bring home any STDs. And don't let her find out about it. Those are the 4 commandments of the side chick. Those are the 4 commandments. A woman does not want to know about your side bitches. Because if people find out before she does, she's like, fuck. Now I have to... Okay, I don't really give a shit that he stuck his dick in another chick, but god damn it, now I gotta respond. Now I have to do something about it. Because my mom is in my ear, my sister's in my ear, my friends are in my ear. That nigga cheated on you again, you gotta do something about it. They don't want to have to deal with all that nonsense. That's why this is an unspoken agreement. This is an unspoken agreement between high-value men and the women that belong to them.
About what he wants, but I don't know if most men are. If they are high value, are they going to say, "Look, I want another woman," or "I want to try new things," or are they going to just do it because they can?
That's right. They're going to do it because they can. But if they love you, they will not let you find out about it. This is simple math. Women, y'all bitches, you want it all. You want it all. You cannot have you can't have the high value man who could exercise options who doesn't. We have sex drives. Women hit on me all the time. They see me walk nude. If I'm at the liquor store or at the mall, bitches look at me all the time, and I'm a below average looking dude. But I'm 6'2", I'm in relatively decent shape. And then, of course, and if I'm out and about, people see what kind of car I drive, they make assumptions. That's how this is. Devin never trips. She never trips. Anytime a girl... I remember, I'll never forget. Devin and I are in Durham. We're in Durham, North Carolina for Christmas visiting my family. And we went to this shop at the Southgate Mall. And the girl at the counter, young girl, couldn't have been 22 years old, white girl. And so she asked me, she's like, are you in the military? And I asked her, I flirted back. I said, what makes you say that? She's like, I don't know, your tattoos and your fatigue pants, stuff like that. I was like, no, I said, my dad was in the military for a while. She's like, oh, you kind of look like a military guy. Military guys are my type. I was like, I guess, I told her, I said, well, I guess I'm not your type. She's like, no, I kind of think you are. Right in front of Devin. Right in front of Devin. You know what Devin did? She didn't trip. She didn't get all stupid. The day went just like it went. We got Christmas gifts for everybody. But when we got back to the hotel room, I'll tell you what. A bitch sucked a black off a nigga's dick. Real fucking talk. Had my toes curling. Like, had my ass convulsing like a motherfucker. Guess who I wasn't thinking about when Devin was sucking this dick? That little bitch at the mall. That's how this goes, man. That is how this goes. If you don't want your man stepping out on you, that's fine. He is going to do it. Just make sure you don't find out about it. Number one. Number two, you need to drain him of his juices. You got to give your man the ass. You got to give your man the ass all the time, because if it ain't going to be you, it's going to be somebody else. Hey, Frank Moolah, good to see you. And haven't seen you in here in a while. There it is. There it is.
I got this from my value. This out of right there because it can't.
See?
Because let's just say, not you, let's just say your twin sister. This is what it is. Jessica, I really want to get you. I want you to be my wife.
See? Now Jessica's laughing because she understands. This is almost going the same way that the Brittany Renner, Myron Gaines conversation went.
You get it all. Your names on all the policies and everything else like that. When you have children together, no one's going to take your place.
Nope.
But from time to time, if I decide to dip out, I'm going to make sure there's not going to bring home any diseases, no babies. You won't even know about it. The only way you're going to know about it is if you go looking for it. Now,
see, she's laughing because she understands.
You got a choice to make to say. And here's the funny thing: most women who are married to high value men say, "Cool, I'm gonna tell you, I know this for a fact that I talk to them."
There you go.
Like,
of course.
You know what the hell I'm talking
there
about.
It is.
And they're like,
"Oh, hey."
"Cool." No, because you get to make the choice because they can say no. Okay.
There it is.
Because that's a choice.
Look at her. Look at her. Look. See how she's feeling some type of way? This bitch wants it both ways. She is feeling some type of way about this as a choice. Sweetheart, this is how it goes. This is how it goes. And it's just like I said at the top of this broadcast. No shade on Jessica Wong, man. I'm sure she's accomplished many a great things. But she's a basic bitch, y'all. She's a basic bitch. Yeah, she's refined and she's not breaking character and she seems ultra feminine and she's very demure and well-spoken, blah, 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 blah. But her mindset is just like every other American basic bitch out here. She's a basic bitch, y'all. She has an above average, she has an above average rapper, but her mindset is the same. That's it. That's it.
People tend to have more than anything else. They'll say, "Oh, hell no." And then they'll look around and recognize, you know what? He's not just high value because of his money, his mindset. I can get from that man, 10 dudes can't give me half of what he can.
There it is.
And he wants to make me primary, and I don't go looking for no problems. Why would you care? It's not in your face.
Right. Dude, Kevin is speaking facts. Why would you care if none of his side bitches are in your face? Don't go looking for it.
You know what I mean? That's your control freak.
Probably.
There it is. See?
I don't.
Cool. I mean, that's cool. Then don't do it. But see, before it became athletics and entertainment.
See that? She's like, hey, but I'll know. Da 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 da. Kevin's like, cool. Then don't do it. Don't do it.
In New York, you know how many executives had a miscellaneous item written to their company contract, and then miscellaneous item was
there it is.
So they got a husband. They got a husband. What's it called? Your work wife, your executive assistant.
That's right.
Then his mistress.
Mm-hmm.
You understand how many men with power, their mistress tends to help them pick out gifts for them.
Yo, he is dropping the mic. Jessica has never heard this before. You want to know why Jessica's never heard this before? Because she's black. She buys into all of that bullshit that she sees on black TV and on black YouTube. She buys into all of that loyal alpha stuff. She's like, wait a minute. An executive assistant and a mistress, the mistress helping to pick out that this is how it works. And you wonder why. You wonder why less than 1 out of 4 black women is married. Jessica should be married already. Jessica looks good enough to be married already. But because she's looking for that elusive loyal alpha, she's single. And she's going to be single forever. She doesn't know it yet, but she's going to be single forever.
For your wife for your anniversary, the wife talking to the executive assistant, you should get her this.
See that?
Happens. So here's the thing. If you want the lifestyle, cool. And if you don't want it and you're willing to do it all, that's a choice. But that should be what it's about, choice.
That's right.
But guess what? I'm tripping on this. Why is it your business if they choose to do it? Does it how does it? But how does it?
Oh, to each his own. Oh, now I don't want any part of it. Until, of course, you find out the men who don't have this situation with women, are not the men she's going to be attracted to. This is the dichotomy. This is the dichotomy of the modern woman. Modern women want all of these traits, but then they want the loyal. It does not happen that way. well, then I'm going to find me a man who doesn't step out and da-da-da-da-da. There are more men out there who will be faithful to you than men who won't, sexually. There are so many more women out there who either couldn't, wouldn't, or can't ever cheat. So many more. So many more. Those are not the men that women want.
It triggers me.
Why?
Because of where I come from and that seeds. And maybe, I'm not sure if
Because of where I come from, bitch. This woman, dude, I hate it when women, well, it's because where I come from. Sweetheart, you were born in Jamaica. You've been in Miami forever. Like,
they're saying no problem, or if they're upset about it, but they're not
outta here, man.
going to go against it because they don't
Kyle 2020 on the Sharpe stream side says she is going the way of Vivica Fox. Yeah, you got that right.
financial means to move on.
Have you ever sat down with dozens of these women and asked them?
Hell no.
It's more of a societal
So
situation
in
that
other words,
See?
people know
no.
what's going on.
Well, due respect. 30 minutes ago, you told me that there weren't a lot of men out there who weren't in jail.
Uh-oh. Now Kevin's pulling her card. So she's losing the argument, but now she's going back on her word.
No, I was speaking about the
What I'm saying
between 19 to 29, a third of black men are in jail.
Here we go.
That's a
What the fuck's that got to do with anything? And that's not even true.
Not.
Millennium says, is Jessica for recreational use or long-term commitment? Dude, she is for recreational use only. Jessica should have got married 7-8 years ago. But Jessica's a video vixen. She's a video vixen. She's been on 12 fucking music videos with A-list celebrity rappers. She belongs to the streets.
to the streets.
I just read that yesterday. 19 and 29.
Get arrested, not in jail.
Here we go.
Get arrested. It's not in jail. See, you gotta be careful with this kind of stuff.
He's about to drop the mic.
You can read it online, but what about the 2.5 million that are in your class?
Uh-oh.
54% that are single and childless, and 61%.
Uh-oh.
When Brad gets arrested in New Orleans during Mardi Gras for disorderly conduct, it doesn't impact him.
Nope.
But when Tyrone does, we want to make a federal case out of it.
I don't agree with it. I'm not saying that I'm with black men going to jail.
My point is that the statistic is often used to talk about why it makes men unfit.
There it is.
And the thing is, it's not true.
I'm not saying it makes someone fit. I'm saying
That's, oh my God. See? Anytime Kevin tries to nail her down on what she thinks she's saying, well, I'm not exactly saying that, then what exactly are you saying?
What is
this
it?
is the reality we live in, where some men go to jail, they stay in their lifetime.
Arrested.
So there's
What is she talking about? What the hell is she talking about? She's acting like that. Here's what this comes down to. She's acting like that there just aren't enough black men to go around because we're all in jail. This is 100% fucking wrong. Where the fuck is she getting her information from? Where is she? She's getting her information from. She's getting her information from the black community, from black women. Bitch, there are plenty of black women to go around. The problem is, just like in the white, Asian, and Latino community, all of the women are going for this. They're going for 10% of the men. And I've said this before. Most women or most men are invisible to most women. Everything that Jessica speaks from is from a perspective of pretty privilege. Even the average to below average looking girls, they don't see average men. The average man is invisible to the average woman. So can you imagine what the average man looks like to a girl like Jessica? She probably walks right into these guys, not even knowing that they're there.
54% of adult black men are single.
There it is. See, 54% of adult black men are single and childless. Single and childless. This means that there are plenty to go around.
I'm serious. Before we do that, though, then how can 1/3 be in jail if 54% is single and childless, 61% in middle class, and 30% are married? 30% of black men are married. That's 84% of the population.
There it is. There it is.
The numbers don't line up.
So is there a differentiation between like mid-level men and low-value men?
Mid-level, oh boy.
I'm quite sure there is, but it's not the men that men want to be, not the men that women want.
So men, in your experience, women only want high value?
Yes. Women will tell you they don't want a high value man because they don't like the options thing.
See that?
But then you ask them, do you want to be married? Yes. How many kids you want?
Here he goes. Here he goes.
Do you want to have to work?
He's about to hit her with all these numbers, and she's about to realize it.
To pay significant bills after you're pregnant?
FS says there are plenty of 9 to 5 guys for her to choose from. That's exactly right. And those are the men that Kevin advocates for. The reason why most black women are single is because they don't want the average black man. Because no woman, black or otherwise, thinks they're average. You ask any rank and file average woman out there. You ask any woman out there at all. At all. You ask any woman out there at all. What is her... Oh, wow, Melanie King is hot. Holy Jesus. Okay, you guys are talking about Melanie King. This is a bad bitch. All right, let me follow her. Yeah, she looks like she would be a great interview, actually. She really does. And she is highly attractive. Let's keep going. Yes, Knees Duts 312 says she keeps moving the goalpost every time Kevin checkmates her. Yep.
95% of women say no. Almost 99. They don't want to work when they're pregnant. Married. What percentage of our family finance do you want to be able to travel nationally, domestically, and internationally with your family? Yes. You want your kids to be able to go to college if they want to? Yes. Do you want to be able to pay for it? Yes. All right. What percentage of our overall family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for a lifetime?
None.
30% means if you start working for any reason, family's in jeopardy. Ooh.
See that? See? You see how she laughs because she knows this is true.
More like 15, 10%. How much money would you need to have as a family to support that lifestyle?
Uh-oh.
For 3 kids, you got $200,000.
There it is. There it is.
Oh.
Jessica's never heard these numbers before. Just like most of the women that call Kevin's show. They have no idea.
Oh, okay. Because I got to pay for college, everything else, blah, blah, blah. Because you want $1 million as kids, because the kids at that level are $481,000. So you want $1.4 million in kids. You ain't working, so you got to replace your income, whatever that is. 74% of black women earn less than $50,000. But
there it is.
You still have to be able to provide the house, the car, the travel, the this, and that. All right. What kind of professions do these men
have? They never know.
Doctors, lawyers. All right. What percentage of men earn their money? And then it turns out that they don't want a high value man, but they want that lifestyle.
It's funny. You can see Jessica starting to realize the truth. She's starting to realize that Kevin knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about. She's starting to realize it, but she doesn't want to show that she agrees with him. She doesn't want to.
So they don't want the high value man. They want a lifestyle.
There it is.
They want to not have to work. So do you want your kids to be homeschooled? 50% say yes, 50% say no. Do you want a housekeeper or maid? Yes.
Yep.
Do you want somebody to help with the kids and au pair or somebody help prepare the rooms? 50% say no, 50% say yes. And what the French toast are you doing? You got a maid? Have you got housekeepers? You on your W-2. I made kids with my husband. Most don't want to work.
Nope.
Then I ask the question, were you raised to be a housewife? Oh, I'll take on my mom. All right. And then I say, all right, what do those kind of men who do these things and have that kind of income, what do they want from a woman? And then they begin to describe the characteristics of the men that look.
There it is.
That's the problem. Women want a lifestyle. A lifestyle that's out. And what's disheartening to men is you ask a lot of women, what'd your mother do? She was an accountant, or she was a registered nurse. With your father? He's a truck driver. Came from straight up middle class, but then you want to go from here to upper class lifestyle.
So women should definitely work. Because most of them are not going to end up with the high-value men.
Well, there we go.
They should get their degrees, make their money.
Oh my God. Dude, they should make their degrees, get their money, blah, 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 blah. Baby girl, he just gave you the statistics. Even women with degrees, only 9% of African American women make more than $75,000 a year. That's not enough to retire on. Do you see? Even the numbers. Kevin has given her the numbers. Hey, this is not going to work. What is her solution? It's not, well, I guess we need to start looking at a bigger pool of women. Nope, women need to get their degrees and blah, 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 blah. I can't make this up, guys.
Because the majority of them are not going to end up with this high value man.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's look at that.
They got to be able to support themselves.
Now, let's look at that.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Debt on women's undergraduate loans, including principal and interest, 1 year after graduation, by ethnicity. 41.5 billion. Black women have the highest amount of student loan debt.
Woo! The reason why they have the highest amount of student loan debt is because they're educated.
74% of black women earn less than $50,000 a year.
Oh my God.
But ask
So they can get their degrees, but they're making less than $50,000 a
the
year.
average black woman, would you accept a man who's making 50? And she will say no.
There it is.
So if you got the highest debt, regardless as to what your degree is, you can have a degree, but this is what matters: the income. 3 out of 4 are making that. Percentage that are currently married, 26%.
Okay, I think we can leave it there. I got to get ready to go to bowling league. But Street Fighter 88 says they fight cooperating with a man so hard. Why? I'll tell you why. Because this is what the black community, which is run by black women, teaches black women. This is what they teach black women. This is what they teach black women, guys. Kevin just ran down all the numbers. And the solution, she just asked, well, what are women supposed to do? What are women supposed to do if this high value man doesn't exist? He puts all the numbers. The solution is to expand your options. Stop going after the same top 10, 15% of guys and expand your pool. A woman would rather die alone. Black women would rather die alone. They'd rather die alone than cooperate with a man that they perceive to be beneath them. Dude, I tell you this all the time. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. I'm trying to tell you guys, man. I'm trying to tell you. Black women in particular, really, the solution is just be cooperative. If you don't want to end up alone, just learn to be cooperative. Nope. We're going to continue to go to get degrees. So why in the world, why on God's green earth would black men want to stick around for that? Huh? Why in the world would we want to continue to pursue women who don't respect us, they don't want us, they'd rather die alone than to cooperate? Why would we pursue women like this? No. This is why we date interracially. This is why we date outside of our race. Because other groups of women, other races of women, they're willing to cooperate. They're willing to put their egos aside and cooperate. Real talk. Listen, man, Jessica Wong, she's a hard 9, in my opinion. She's a hard 9. She's got it going on looks-wise. But I'll tell you what, an above-average-looking 6 who's a white girl or a Latina will have many, many, many more marriage options than her in 3 years. That's just how it is, man. You got other races of women who do not look nearly as good as you do getting married at a higher rate than you. simply because they are willing to be cooperative. You can't make this, dude. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. There's not going to be a Love Is Blind breakdown today. I simply didn't leave enough time. And you guys know that Tuesdays are bowling league nights. Our squad not doing so hot this season, man. I think we're third to last place. We are in third to last place, and it's not that we're struggling. Our team average, we have the third highest team average in the league. We're in a league with 11 other teams, so we have the third highest combined team average of all of the bowling teams in our league. But we're giving up every match. Every match they do the handicap, and we're giving up at least 80 pins. We're giving up at least 80 pins per game, which comes to we're giving up 240 pins at least per series. There was one team. We were giving up 115 pins to that team. And that team, of course, chose that night. They all had their best night. So they obliterated us. We outbowled every one of their bowlers. We outshot them. We destroyed them. But because they bowled so far above their shitty averages, they ended up just wiping the floor with us. So Southpaw 21 says, Wong is a 9 in looks, but a 2 in personality and cooperation. Yeah, man, Kevin said it, and I agree with it. Men, and I've made videos about this, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, which you shouldn't be, but if you're considering a woman for a long-term relationship, the sweet spot are the 5s, 6s, and 7s. The 6 is the sweet spot. Attractive enough to keep your sexual attention. Attractive enough to keep your sexual attention, but not so attractive to where she has a mindset like Jessica Wong. That is going to do it for this edition of TSR Live. Many, many thanks to all of you guys for super chatting, making your presence felt. Thank you guys very much, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Understanding women and increasing your dating success starts with Donovan Sharpe's massive collection of award-winning books and courses. Get off to a fast start and jumpstart your masculine renaissance with the 49 Laws of Sharpe. The 49 Laws of Sharpe is the perfect quick start guide for any man new to this community looking for the answers that keep them up at night after a bad experience with a woman. So many men ask themselves, why did she cheat? How could I not see this coming? Why did I miss the signs? And how can I avoid this in the future? The 49 Laws of Sharpe will answer these questions and many more. This will give you a rock-solid foundation upon which to build, develop, and cultivate your newfound identity, and put you miles ahead of your competition. Most men have never had access to this valuable information, let alone understand and apply it. But the 49 Laws of Sharpe will give you an unfair advantage over men and women. This treasure trove of valuable knowledge is available in audio, video, ebook, and paperback. Next, supplement your newly acquired foundational knowledge, supercharge your dating life with Donovan's 25-hour course, How to Master the Game. How to Master the Game will teach you the ins and outs of the player life, overcoming approach anxiety, identifying women who you want to approach, text game, First date principles and logistics, avoiding the friend zone, and so much more will be covered extensively. Also included are the bonus podcasts that will cover how to dress, Tinder game, and much more. Put simply, How to Master the Game will turn you into a stone-cold assassin with the ladies. Available in video and audio format. If you're not the kind of guy who wants to live the bachelor life, or you've had your fill of the player life and are looking for something a little more fulfilling, How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up is a must. Donovan's 5-part, 7-hour audio course will show you step-by-step how to find, cultivate, and sustain a solid, healthy relationship. Everything from selecting the right woman, to coaching and correction, to what to do between the sheets. How to Build a Quality Woman from the Ground Up will guide you through the entire process of building the kind of woman you want and need. The strategies and techniques in this course are exactly what Donovan does in his own relationship to this day. And he is living proof that women can be beneficial to men provided they have the right instruction. And finally, the ultimate weapon all men are looking for in terms of being able to read and understand women, Donovan Sharpe's revolutionary, one-of-a-kind course that has been called the cheat code, Womanese. Womanese is the first and only course of its kind that gives men the raw and honest truth about what women really mean when they communicate verbally. Womanese translates female communication with shocking accuracy and has changed the dating lives and relationships of men the world over. So many men have avoided disaster because of the preciseness and sheer volume of material in this course, which contains over 600 translations. How cool would it be to be able to see through a woman's BS and act accordingly right then and there, rather than getting blindsided when it's too late? What would it be like to have the ability to read a woman like a book based only on what she says? These abilities will be at your disposal with Womanese. Women won't be able to lie to you, cheat on you, deceive you, or take advantage of you. The time and money you'll save pays for the course almost immediately. Womanese is available in video, audio, ebook, and paperback format and can be purchased one volume at a time or all at once. Men in his community often state that the best investment a man can make is in himself. Donovan's extensive educational materials will take your life to the next level. And the only place you can get this life-changing knowledge is tsracademy.com. Link in description.